Welcome to another edition of Mats and Mayhem. I am your host, Justin Harvey, aka the Outlaw LA Red. I'm bringing back my old handle, the Outlaw LA Red. You can find me on Twitter at Justin Harvey 75. Guess who's here this week? Oh, you can find the whole show on Twitter at MMM Show 75 on Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook. I don't know how, but you can find us. I think it's like just /mass or MMM show or something. Anyway, we have t-shirts. We have a new t-shirt. It's not this one. There's a new one. This is limited edition. These are gone. I don't even know if Byron ever got his, but coming up soon, stay tuned. I'm going to give you a special code only for people who are listening to this episode, to this show right now, to get a discount on the new MMM show shirt. But Casey Nielsen is back, so it's cause for celebration.
Hey!
What's up, Casey? Talk to me, brother.
I'm muted.
There.
Okay.
I was trying to unmute, but I muted you by accident instead. What's up, brother?
Byron, it's all good. Yeah, I've been taking tests. I don't have a test this week, so I get to see Star Wars tomorrow. Fucking excited. Not seeing it tonight because I care about our listeners, and I'm doing the podcast right now. You're fucking welcome, people.
Some people are watching the movie and unavailable for podcasting tonight.
Yeah.
Where are you, Byron? Why is your room all pink?
It's not my room. It's someone else's room.
Nice doilies, bro.
This is
I'm
shooting
something a little strange about Byron.
I'm shooting time lapses right now of stars passing over the house that we're renovating. So I'm in the house in one of the rooms that won't exist at some point.
You should come here and time lapse it being rainy as fuck.
I saw the moonrise out of the ocean. It was incredible.
It's not really in the ocean, dude. It's in space.
There's the ocean because I'm on the beach, and there's some clouds and a big like clay, orangish red clay looking moon just rising up, and it's moving so fast like you can just see it with your own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Do this. It was
that
magical.
Sounds fake. Do you think the Earth is flat, or do you subscribe to the hollow Earth theory like J-Man?
No, I'm not saying that it was. Hold on, I got an email from YouTube. Oh, my favorite podcast is live now. I'm going. Oh, it's a picture of Casey.
And I said J-Man. I actually meant Twitwow's Jasper Meltzer.
Yeah, exactly.
Live now. I'm going. Jasper Meltzer.
Yeah, that's what the J stands for.
Dude, we got a thumbs down already.
Great. Awesome. We're getting heel heat.
Nice. I hope it's that piece of shit W. You guys didn't call him a piece of shit while I wasn't here, huh? He's had like a whole month or something without being...
I don't even think he was here, dude. His old lady doesn't let him come out late at night.
It's past his bedtime.
I'm not sure she's a real person. I'm just saying.
She's a real person. She has her own Twitter account.
A real person as to him playing two different people? Is that like my Stone Cold being a real person?
That's impossible. Hey, look, I got to start the show off the right way. Well, actually, the wrong way. You guys didn't even say your handle. Nah, I didn't even get you. I gave you so much time. I gave you like 10 minutes to introduce yourself, and you didn't avail yourself of
you guys wanted to talk about my room.
Nah, he wanted to talk about the moon and shit instead of fucking ats and hashtags. I don't mind you, bro.
Listen, we gotta have a moment of silence for the thick one, for the man, Alan Thicke. I mean,
yeah.
And look, he died like a true comedian. It says in my notes, playing hockey. Oh wait, that's supposed to say Canadian.
Canadian.
He died like a true Canadian.
My hockey game back home. I play hockey with Alan Thicke sometimes.
Right. So we blame you, right?
I wasn't there. You can't blame me.
But you love hockey. If people like you didn't love hockey so much, Alan Thicke would still be with us, dude.
Oof.
He would play on his own time. It sucks because he was playing with his son, and his son was in the ambulance with him.
Oh, that sucks, man.
But yeah, it sucks. My friends were there at the ice, at the rink.
That is so jacked up. I also have the same agent as him. My agent Fabian was Alan's agent and was very good friends with him. So you know,
Yeah.
shout out to Fabian, and hopefully, you know, you're taking it in stride. And I mean, it's a very unfortunate. He was only 69, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
And I mean,
I met him when I was
for those of
6
you,
years old. He was like the nicest fucking guy in the world too.
Yeah.
was it you met him, Case?
Yeah, I met him. He used to go to boxing a lot at the country club in Reseda. And this one time I went, there were just so many fucking celebrities there. It was insane. This is all the same night. Alan Thicke, George Wendt, Michael Keaton, but before he was Batman, he was still Mr. Mom at that point. Fucking
Wow.
Mr. T.
I got ambulances in the back. Sorry.
Fucking Tony Danza. Fucking Who's the Boss.
Now,
And-
look, but Growing Pains to me is not Alan Thicke's major contribution to the world. I personally, I think he gave us all the best things in life. He gave us Robin Thicke. He gave us Unusually Thick, his reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he also gave us the theme songs to Different Strokes and Facts of Life.
Byron's favorite show of all time.
Dude, he wrote the theme song to Different Strokes and Facts of Life. Do you know how huge that is? I mean, those songs are stuck in my head right now.
Yeah.
You know, Facts of Life was Byron's favorite show growing up, which is why he always has Joe's haircut.
What's wrong with watching that show?
Nothing. I just said you look like an old Nancy McKeon.
That's
How do you know you don't even know
Listen,
what
Byron, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the Facts of Life.
Yeah, no, they were all good shows. I just want to point out though that we're getting record numbers, record levels of thumbs downs now that Casey's back. We've never had this many before.
Wouldn't record numbers be one?
We've had this many before. We've had the one thumbs down before.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it's Byron.
I think that's the
But,
worst
you know,
I've ever gotten.
Yeah,
Look, I don't care, man. There's no such thing as bad heat. Look, I'll take it, man. It's like Celebrity Apprentice level heat.
I think
Just because everyone's hating on it doesn't mean people aren't watching.
I will say this though: Russia's definitely watching, and they better watch because we're starting war with them tomorrow, and I want them to know not to fuck with the MMM show.
Wait, me, you, and Casey are starting war with Russia?
No,
I thought Russia was on our side now.
America is going to start war with Russia tomorrow. Obama has a press
They're not going to
conference.
start war with Russia. They just elected our president. They're
I
like
know,
our friends
Obama's
now.
gonna
Why would we start war with them?
He's going to declare war at a press conference tomorrow. Then he's going on vacation. And Trump's going to have to tweet himself out of it.
All this news you have is outdated, Byron. The Cold War is over. Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes are totally bros, you know.
Dude, you apparently haven't been watching Rusev on Raw then.
Oh, fuck.
What's he doing?
The same gimmick that every Russian and Eastern European has done in wrestling for the last 40 years.
Did you see his savage tweet about...
I'm sorry, was that a shoot? I'm sorry.
Did you see him tweet at Zack Ryder that he's missing Star Wars not because of his knee surgery, but because he's not a real Star Wars fan, and that he'll send him the Blu-ray tomorrow? Fucking amazing.
I hope he sends him the one where Han did not shoot first.
Oh.
Rusev, though, he's one of my favorites. He's great in the ring, and he's also great doing his character, but he's witty. He's smart. And
he's freaking hilarious.
Playing video games with Xavier Woods on Up, Up, Down, Down also.
You watch Up, Up, Down, Down?
Up, Up, Down, Down.
Casey, were you offended by their black excellence tweet?
I was not offended. I do not like WWE. Sorry. Right now.
So that would keep you from being offended?
You know, like if they brought The Undertaker back, I would be offended that he wasn't a champion in the picture. So I would technically be offended because if The Undertaker's
Undertaker did come back this week. Undertaker came back on Lucha Underground as a giant snake.
He looks in great shape.
Oh, let's not say things about The Undertaker that we can't. Let's not call him a fucking crowbar. The Undertaker is not The Undertaker.
Undersnaker is awesome. Luchasaurus.
How did we get stuck with the Luchasaurus chant when Undersnaker was so much better?
Because the person who came up with it on Twitter, and I forget who it was not at the temple at the time.
Willie Mack was at the temple.
What?
It was Willie Mack.
Was it Willie Mack that said Undersnaker first? Okay, he was at the temple. Damn it.
I'm just saying, dude, that Luchasaurus thing, that caught like wildfire that day. Wildfire.
Yeah, like fucking Tommy Rich. I heard he peroxided his balls once, but
good Lord,
Tommy
why?
Rich, not the Luchasaurus. I don't know, dude.
Luchasaurus hasn't.
Why would anyone tell anyone a story about peroxiding their balls unless they did it?
So here's the thing that you've been patiently waiting for if you want to buy an MMM show shirt. Though you should write this down and not necessarily like do it right in the middle of the show when you should be paying attention to what we're saying. But if you feel so inclined, go buy a shirt. It's a cool shirt. It's kind of on a gray thing this time, and there's girl shirts this time too. So Veronica, if you're watching for any reason, there is a girl shirt this time. I apologize that we didn't do the one last time. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and I could have done one, but I did one this time. There's also a coffee mug this time. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. There's a coffee mug and there's a sticker. So you go to teespring.com/MMM show blast 1 is this shirt. And for a limited time only, you can't get this shirt after Christmas. After Christmas, this shirt is gone. I don't know if we're ever going to do the black one again.
No Jews allowed.
Except what? Christmas is just a time frame, dude.
No Jews allowed for the shirt, right, Justin? That's why you did that.
No. That's just a day.
I just want to say for the people.
Okay, fine. It won't be available after December 25th.
Jesus.
You can't even let me get through the promo so we can get to the rest of the show. Do you have the show? The official podcast of the alt-right.
Oh God, you're a horrible human being. Okay, so
I don't
completely lost my train of thought. I'm trying to give a discount on the damn shirts to.
I know, and I'm trying to derail everything.
Listeners, shithead.
You want to pay full price, bro? That's more money.
Well, Byron, why don't you keep talking so that you miss the discount code and so that you go and pay full price?
I'm trying to save us 10% that we're going to give back to the fans.
Right. So the secret code, put in promo code SMANGRY. That's SMAGRY, just for Casey. The promo code is SMANGRY.
You just hooving to the Smangry, bro. You said Smangry.
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 Oh, there's an N in there. I just opened GUBERBUGB.
Yeah, that sounds like an.
That's the juicy one.
Yeah, that sounds like Last Real Heels also. Not that I ever listened to that show, so I don't know.
Whatever. I think Urban did his handle as 178 last time.
Urban was way too sober to do his handle on their last.
Is that what was wrong? Well, they're talking about me, but this flask does not have water in it.
You know, we got to talk about Urban a little bit because I gave him a Dracunion. Homeboy gave me a piece of shit fucking dude, it's something with Mochismo. Come on, I already had 3 Mochismos, bro, but I was nice and I gave you that Dracunion. So you owe me some shit, Urban. I'm gonna give you a fucking.
Is this Yokai Watch you're talking about?
Oh, dude, Yokai Watch is life. We don't play that Pokemon shit.
Let me understand the premise of this. They're like evil spirits that make you poop yourself or something that you have to go out and catch?
Yeah, so like, okay, so like a yokai is a Japanese mythological creature. It's basically a catch-all term for most paranormal stuff. You know, sometimes ghosts are called yurei and they're like separate. But a yokai can be like a monster, or it can be like some kind of like ghost, and they can always be a yokai or they can turn into one. You know, like some people become one under fucked up circumstances and curses and shit. So like, you know, like Bigfoot would be one, but Medusa would be one, you know what I'm saying? So like, and they would count them as yokai. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, there's an elephant that if it sprays you, you piss yourself. And there's not 1 but 2 that make you fart. because one that makes you fart wasn't enough. So there's a stronger one who he may make you just fucking shart. I don't know how stronger he is. Like I have both, and I don't really get why one's so much better than the other unless he makes you spray.
This is a frightening toy for children. I'm so glad at least you adults, Urban and Casey, play with them.
It's pretty dope. It's like Pokemon, but meets Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
That sounds really interesting.
And Byron, since you messed it up, Smangry is the code to get a discount on the new MMM Show shirt at teespring.com/MMM Show Blast 1. And I think I did that right. If I didn't, I won't sell any t-shirts, and then the show will just go off the air. So
GUBENGU.
All right. So what do you guys want to talk about first? We got UFC to talk about. We got some Lucha Underground to talk about. Maybe some WWE stuff. We got some interesting other wrestling world news.
Interesting other wrestling a little bit.
Oh, you want to talk about the ADR thing, don't you? You really do want to talk about that.
I want to talk about TNA, but I can't watch their show because I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's going to be really good.
Nah, I'm already hearing people complain.
Really?
Like already. The voices in
All
my
right.
head.
So, but Casey wants to talk about what ADR's backstage stuff with his homie Paige. Can we just call her his homie?
Fucking Kokor, whatever.
But should we talk about the Young Bucks Vice article instead?
Dude, okay, Vice is like the last news source I respect, so we can start with that.
Dude, I mean, that article is amazing. That's just like it's like a book.
Yeah.
It's super deep. I mean, and it really explains from start to finish why the Young Bucks are the anti-WWE and why they're running shit. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty cool because it's funny. Like, I used to go to these shows, the AWS out in City of Industry, and that's where I first saw the Young Bucks, and they had to be like less than a month into their career. And this is where, the Young Bucks, Willie Mack kind of rose to prominence. And, you'd see dudes like Scorpio Sky, like PWG mainstay would go there too. And then you would see dudes like Johnny Goodtime, who became, somebody I can't talk about. Never mind. But
nicely done.
Sorry, it's late, and
almost got you slipping.
Almost. And it's kind of cool because you see the Young Bucks and TJ Perkins were on the same card. TJ Perkins is in WWE, but I guarantee you the Young Bucks are making a shitload more money living life the way they are.
I mean, well, who the hell's going to buy a TJP t-shirt right now?
Oh, who gives two fucks about TJP? Fuck them.
It should be a whole bunch of people, but the way they're pushing them, you're never going to do that. But the Young Bucks, however.
Speaking of disappointments, they showed that picture of the WWE UK tournament, and I got all excited because I thought Party Marty was in it because I looked at it on my phone, and it's just some other dude that kind of looks like him, and I'm sad.
Party Marty? Oh, is it the villain dude?
Is it the villain? God damn it, Byron. He was like our third favorite guy on Bola.
I know. I was playing it so because you're calling him Party Marty.
He's Party Marty Skrull, bro. Jesus.
I know. Chicken wing.
Chicken wing.
It's not the Oskalok, it's the chicken wing.
Exactly.
Scroll.
But fucking.
Anyway, so guys, check it out. We'll post the link. I'll try to find the link to that article, but it's really worth a read. And kudos to those guys, for getting noticed by Vice to write this kind of article. I mean, this is media outside of the wrestling world, and that's always a big thing, especially if you're on the indie circuit.
Right.
And, obviously they've re-upped their deal with ROH, in New Japan. But,
did you hear though? There was an excerpt from, I think, their article about how they almost jumped with Styles the year before.
I'm glad they didn't though. Dude, it'd be horrible, man. I mean, there's something to be said for being the big fish in the small pond. Not because you couldn't go up to the big time and compete with those guys, but because if you're the big guy in the small pond, sometimes that just allows you to really do your art the way you want to do it. You know,
Well, they're
if you
making
really-
their pond as big as they want, it seems like.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be as big as WWE. Like, look, little kids aren't going to be in elementary schools wearing Young Bucks t-shirts. They're not going to be known on that kind of level. They're not going to be the New Day. But
well, when Casey becomes a teacher, maybe we'll see things like that.
yeah, maybe. But I'm just saying, at the same time, who wants to be New Day? I would rather be the Young Bucks than New Day. Personally, I'd rather be on the indie scene, doing it the way I want to, cutting funny promos, still being able to live the lifestyle I want. I mean, those guys still live pretty clean, normal lives amazingly. And dude, if they're on the road every day for WWE, eventually somebody's going to corrupt them with something. I mean, they're going to do some kind of drugs in the back with Paige, right?
They don't bring her back to shows anymore.
Poppy, the hero turtle touched me fanny. Poppy.
Is that what happened? All
Oh,
right,
that's
Keith,
what we're
you gotta
talking about.
Yeah, you got to explain this story of how somehow a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle got frisky with Paige and ADR decided to do something about it. What the hell's going on?
Let's say allegedly got frisky with Paige. Okay, so all right, so they're at a show together, and Alberto's booked on the show, and Paige is just hanging out backstage because apparently that's cool to do. Fucking bring your girlfriend backstage. Okay, I know she's a worker. I'm just fucking around, but they're backstage, and Raffi, the Ninja Turtle, so he's Raphael, cool but rude, says that he bumped into Paige by accident.
Now, wait. Let me stop right there. So by bumped into, do you mean like bumped into her with his hand out in front of him in her general direction? Is that kind of bump we're talking about?
All he said was he bumped into her by accident. He didn't say if it was with his dick or what.
He was just walking around like this, minding his own business, all right? It's not
Dude,
his fault.
First of all, he's a fucking Ninja Turtle, so he'd be walking around like this. And I still don't think that's what happened. And now I'm going to be doing Ninja Turtle hands all the time. It's Vader time. But
No, that's okay.
listen. Okay. So, apparently he said, "I'm sorry, you're beautiful." Which is a little weird to say you're sorry to someone and then compliment them. But
I mean, she looks a little like April O'Neil, a little bit.
yeah, no.
She looks better than the Megan Fox version of April O'Neil.
And the Judith Hogue version. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, Alberto took offense to whatever happened and goes up to the dude and then rips his mask off. Fucking dick move, right? Unless he really did touch his girl. You know what? Alberto could be justified here. I just don't think a tiny little turtle man would step up like that. And
dude, he could also be justified to slash his own arm to not have to do a show in Mexico.
it also be justified to no show an autism benefit. But
When's the last time ADR actually showed up to a show?
well, this one, so they start
for Comanche Americas.
Not only do they start fighting,
hanging out.
they start fighting. The fight spills out amongst the fans, so the fans see Alberto Del Rio beating up this dude. And if he pulled the mask off of him, I'm wondering if he had the rest of the turtle outfit. So now you're seeing this turtle with the dude face getting the shit beat out of him, because that's what happened. Alberto beat the shit out of him.
Oh, but see, now you're telling me that people are seeing what's going on. Is this a work?
No,
Is this like one of those WWE things where the guys fall into a local bar and it spills out in the street and there just happen to be cameras there?
If you're doing a work, you're not going to have Alberto Del Rio, your super face, try to punk out a Ninja Turtle. Maybe have him punk out the Shredder or fucking Bebop or Rocksteady, because I'm pretty sure he feuded with fucking Sheamus, so he's basically fighting Bebop and Rock. Those movies don't count. I never said that. But all I know is none of the Turtles were there to back him up. Where's Donatello? Where's Leonardo? Where's Michelangelo? Because you know what? Okay, Michelangelo, I understand because he's a party dude, right? So he was probably in Paige's bag doing a little. And
Wait, is that the Corey Feldman one? Because I thought he was late now.
Feldman played Donatello.
Oh, he was Donnie.
But Donnie was probably too busy playing with his computer, building a robot or something. And Leonardo was too busy being a fucking asshole that no one likes. So,
Leonardo was my favorite.
wow. Explains everything about you.
Why?
Nobody wants Leo to be their favorite. Leo is so vanilla.
He had the swords. He'd mess people up.
The swords that
Look.
he never once stabbed anyone with?
And he got the swords due to entitlement and white privilege, pretty much, because he is vanilla as hell.
He's basically Santa Clarita Turk over here.
Hey, I'm not the one who still lives in Santa Clarita.
I live in Castaic, dude. We're our own fucking fucked up thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
But dude, so none of the turtles save him. Fucking Casey Jones is nowhere to be found. Unfortunately, my homeboy, which I blame on Johnny Mundo.
Gargoyle.
Yeah, fucking right. And then
Where'd Casey go?
Oh, we lost him right in the middle of his hot take on this whole thing.
He ran out of important things to say that people want to pay attention to.
Oh, that's terrible, because I want to know if he thinks ADR is a dick, or if he thinks it's Paige's fault, or if he thinks the Ninja Turtle overstepped his 3 fingers.
I will say, I think what happened was there was a mix-up, and then they had an argument about it, and they sort of got into a backstage scuffle/fight, which happens sometimes, and then they separated, and they went their ways, and it was over, and then ADR decided to tweet about it the next day.
I want to imagine that the Ninja Turtle pulled like a Chuck E. Cheese on the Drunk MILF, like where he just full-on costume grabbed Paige and did something inappropriate, and ADR just let him have it.
That'd be awesome.
That's what I.
What if
that's what I want to believe in my mind.
What if the Ninja Turtle couldn't fight back because he had a slice of pizza in his hand the whole time?
Huh? A taco?
Slice of pizza.
A burrito?
It's Lucha Libre. So what's?
No, obviously we're talking about luchadors, so it has to be Mexican food, right? Because that's what podcasts are supposed to say.
It was a churro in the shape of a triangle covered in cheese and tomato sauce.
With pepperonis on top. Because churros and pepperonis are awesome.
Eaten by an Italian guy.
Well, whenever we get Casey back, Casey, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but you are frozen.
Oh my God, this is the best picture of all time. It's Pentagon Dark, and Johnny Ace is over one shoulder, just giving someone a look like, come on, bro. And then over the other shoulder, it's J-Ray. Just
doing what?
Going nuts.
Isn't there a function where you can share stuff? You can share your screen?
Fucking hell, man.
Shut up.
What happened, dude?
Somebody decided to use the microwave in my house, which kicks me offline.
That happens in my house too, but you have to be within a certain like between the microwave and the router. If you're on the good side of the microwave, you're fine.
You see, I am on the good side of the microwave, and it still knocks me off everywhere in the fucking house. And it doesn't matter if I'm on the 5G or the regular. But anyway, yeah, none of the turtles saved Raffi. He got his ass kicked in front of the fans, and now he's doing interviews. First, his friends told everyone that he got his ass kicked so bad that he's fucking dying. And then he had to go on Facebook and say, nah, dude, I'm all right. I'm at home. I'm not even in the hospital. And then he did an interview saying that he's all right. He did get his ass kicked, and he just wants the story to go away so he can move past it. And him and Alberto patch things up and apologize to each other after the ass beating.
Well, dude, that's a smart choice when you're talking about catching a beat down from a real MMA fighter.
But the thing is, nobody wants to. That's hilarious. But nobody wants to report anything negative about Alberto because of his family, who they also would never report anything negative of, even though there's a lot of stories of No Mascaras being an asshole.
Well, but I mean, look, that's why Alberto has no problem showing up in Mexico for Combate America's tapings, even though he stiffed the hell out of AAA. He don't give a fuck.
I want him to get in a fight with
like
someone backstage. He should get in a fight backstage at Combate Americas. That would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, against some 2-0 guy.
Someone was tweeting at them saying, "Hey, are you happy that your president, whatever he's supposed to be, your patron is like such a dick in the fights all the time. And they replied, "We're a fighting company. We like that kind of shit."
Can he drop to 170 and face CM Punk?
I don't know. You see how fat he was when he got into Lucha Underground and had to wear a shirt for half of his run?
Dude, he was chiseled in his last WWE run, though. It was frightening. That juice was working. That
What
shit
took
was
him
turned
so long to test him?
Look who got a wellness violation. Funny. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I blame
I
my
think we'll
Cleveland
talk a little
Cavaliers
more in
for
the
that wellness
UFC news.
violation.
I think the UFC news will be a little bit about wellness violations today.
What's that?
Like
Why?
Brock,
Who got violated?
his little fine and 1 year suspension from UFC fighting.
Oh, really?
Oh, did that finally come through?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
He got fined $250,000.
No.
I thought. Nice.
A little stiff. But let's get on.
Well, I mean, was that based on a percentage of his purse?
Probably. I mean, that's why it's probably so high.
Like, what was it? The Connor one was based on a percentage of his purse for throwing the Monster Energy cans.
He got fucked
Which
too.
is so great. If you go back and watch that last press conference, I know we never even got a chance to talk about it, Casey, but if you go back and watch that last press conference, Wonder Boy is sitting next to Connor or whatever, and as Connor starts getting into it with Eddie with the chair thing, you start seeing Wonder Boy moving stuff away from where Connor was sitting, and then like Dana like reaches over and like moves a monster out of the way.
That's pretty great.
Like, damn. Well, that's when you know it's legit. When dudes are like, when Wonder Boy's like, man, I'm not trying to get hit with any of this shit. He starts moving stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, dude, there's a few interesting UFC things. Why don't we talk about it now while Byron's fresh?
Sure.
Woo! We'll end with Lucha Underground this week for a change, because we normally start off with it. And if you missed the promo code for the discount on the T-shirt, stick around. I'll give it to you again in a little bit.
You want me
we'll explain where
to announce the promo code?
Came
Yeah,
from.
I got a promo code.
Just eat.
Byron is in rare form. It's like midnight on the East Coast. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about with UFC is, and MMA in general, is this this women's 145 belt. They finally make the 145 belt, and Holly Holm is in there, which is great. I'd like to see her go up. Awesome opportunity for her to get a second chance since she lost a couple straight. Right after being the champion at 135, she lost 2 straight.
When Holly was a kickboxer, she was like 145 range, yeah?
Yeah, she could have. And I think she's done kickboxing at 145 and regular boxing, and I think she's done MMA at 145 before too. And don't forget, back in Strikeforce, 145 was the weight class. That was Carano and Cyborg.
Yeah.
Julie Kedzie was 45 then. Carano could have never made 35 either. I mean, dude, and now she probably pushes 205. That girl is thick now.
Yeah, like
and if you
judging from Deadpool.
Oh yeah, and like the last promo thing I saw her in, that girl is thick. She's still pretty, but she's thick, dude. She's a muscular girl too. She will knock you out. But yeah, so Holly's in there, which makes sense, and her opponent is obviously Jermaine Durandamy. What? Cyborg blew this whole deal. They go to Cyborg. They tell her for the January card in Orange County, where she's huge. She has packed in Orange County when she did Invicta fights down there.
For fucking Invicta too. I mean, come on.
And so, like, they were packing that big big fair arena thing down there. It's just on her name alone.
They do lucha there sometimes.
You know, I bet Cyborg would draw better than any lucha event there.
Yeah, they didn't draw very good at all.
But anyway, so like, she had a chance. We talked about this a little last week when you weren't here, though. Okay, she had a chance. She was offered Holly Holm. Didn't want the January fight to be Holly Holm, not because of Holly, but because of the timeline. And then Mike Winklejohn said that he wanted to pass on Cyborg anyway, I guess, was the rumor. Then they offer her to fight in February, and they give her Jermaine Durandamy. And she says it's still not enough time for the weight cut. She wants longer than 12 weeks. And by the time they offered her that one, I guess it was like 11 and a half or 10 weeks or something. I don't know. But it's like, No, they're not making you go down to 140. I know 145 is still a tough cut for her, but it's the cut she's been making her entire career.
Right. Like, what is she walking around at? Does this come out?
I don't know, 180, 190. I don't know. She's solid muscle. I mean, she's a big girl too, but good a cut is a cut. You took the contract with UFC. She took the contract to be a 140 fighter trying to get down to 135. I mean, she signed it.
Yeah.
Nobody forced her to sign this thing. And don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't think her weight cut is evil. It's not that I don't think some things should change in the world so people aren't doing these ridiculous weight cuts. I absolutely believe that. I think these weight cuts are out of control. And the stuff that she did to her body on that last fight was sick, awful stuff that no human being should have to do. But they're giving her 5 more pounds than that last time, more notice, and what she wanted. They're giving her exactly what she wanted, a belt in her weight class, and she turned it down not once but twice.
Oh.
So now 2 other women are fighting for what everyone believes is her belt.
You know what my theory is, Justin? She's a WWE fan, and she watched the Cruiserweight Classic, and she figured, I'm going to be Zack Sabre Jr. / Kota Ibushi. Let's have this belt put on TJ Perkins of the women's division. I had to. Ouch. You know why? Because I fucking hate TJ Perkins. There you go. But I hate the Luchasaurus more.
Oh, we'll get to that. We're getting there. We're getting warmed up, baby.
Yeah, I want to talk about Luchasaurus.
I know you do. So that's why we're talking about UFC right now. So
we covered so much of it last week, Justin. I'm surprised.
I know, but this is a new. They gave the belt. They're giving a belt. Now we have to look at why they're creating this belt, because it was one thing when a couple weeks ago it was like you need to make a belt for Cyborg, but what the UFC is basically saying is, no, guys, we owe a lot of money. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the loan that was underwritten by Sachs Goldman for the sale of this company has been valued very, very poorly. Apparently, it is looked at as a very bad loan. The UFC is super duper duper in the red. They're going to be trying to cut corners everywhere and build hype anywhere that they can. Their interest payment alone every year is like $100 million or something more. Or I don't even know. It's ridiculous. So they got to get in the black. And part of that means when pay-per-views come around, there need to be belts. There need to be champions. They need to ensure some kind of buy rate. So, yes, a 145 belt makes sense. A 125 women's belt, as we said last week, makes even more sense. And I expect to see that one too. There's no reason not to. It will help pop some numbers for pay-per-views, or instead of using one of the other belts on a pay-per-view, maybe they can put that one on a Fox card or someplace, because they do still have to have a certain amount of belt defenses on Fox too. Anyway, doesn't matter. The bottom line is UFC needs money. They need to create more stars, which means they need more divisions so stars don't always get knocked off their pedestal and cut down. Holly Holm, 2 fights ago, was a huge star and can be another huge star. She got major saturation by being in the orbit of Ronda Rousey and being the person that beat her. So there's still a huge story there for her. And Cyborg, who is now an American citizen, by the way, who just got her citizenship this week.
You think she's done fighting because that's all she wanted?
No. I think what'll happen is they just couldn't wait for her. I don't even think it's really a slight to Cyborg like a lot of people think. Look, everyone knows Dana's not her biggest fan, but at the same time, that's not what's happening. They created the belt because they already had to take the January card off of pay-per-view when they couldn't get Cyborg on it, because there's no one else available to fight. So they couldn't afford to have that happen with this other one. They put Holly on it with Jermaine Durandamy for a belt. It's a good fight. It's actually a good matchup. They're both really good strikers. And then Cyborg will fight whoever that is. Like, we pretty much know, even though there's going to be a belt, it's the number 1 contender to Cyborg. They'll give Cyborg plenty of money. She'll get plenty of time. She'll get a little time off now to get her head straight, because clearly she's a little messed up in the head. She fired the nutritionist, George Lockhart, who's actually a great nutritionist, but I don't know if he'd ever dealt with female fighters before or not, but there are other issues to take into consideration. And he put her on birth control, which didn't work for her, and she was mad about it. So she's right to fire him. Move on. Find somebody else. But she needs to find somebody still. She doesn't have that person in place. So it makes sense. She wants more time. She gets more time. The belt's there. It'll be there when she gets back. It was just a crazy story because I don't think anyone would have ever anticipated in a million years that UFC would create a 145-pound belt and Cyborg wouldn't be the first person fighting for it. No one ever imagined. That was the entire reason they signed her to the UFC, was to try to find a place for her. They have a place for her, and she's not there. It's just fucked up.
It's like, why do I find so much joy in the UFC's misfortunes? I really do.
You should. I mean, they're a big conglomerate now to a certain extent, you know, and they got to make money. They got to turn into a bit of a corporate machine. They're not the family-run Fertitta business like they used to be. And everybody who shit on the Fertittas, I think, is now realizing what kind of stand-up guys they actually were. Yes, they were businessmen. They own casinos. They do some shady stuff here and there because they're businessmen trying to make a buck. But at the same time, they took care of people, man. Like, they created those bonuses. There was no pressure to do it. They wanted to start giving guys money. And you don't even know how many times they've given guys money as bonuses that weren't even declared bonuses. They bonused people out all the time, you know, and Dana too. I mean, those guys tried to run a personal business. No, they didn't cut their fighters in on this huge lion's share of things, you know, but at the same time, they built it, man. Dana, harebrained idea to get his buddies to invest in it. They lost their shirts for the first few years on it, and they kept pushing ahead. They built a monster. They deserve to capitalize from it. And yes, the fighters deserve to get their piece too, but now they got to come begging for it.
Sometimes when you build a monster, it comes back to you requesting you to build it a bride. I get really angry when you don't do that.
Casey, did you watch Chow Time Pettis, as I like to call him now?
No, I was
that fat fucking blew weight. He missed weight.
I saw pictures, and he needs to lay off of enchilada day in the calf.
Dude, you should go back and watch the card from this weekend. Like, I was hating on it a couple weeks ago. I was so wrong. The Cub Swanson versus Choi fight, the Korean Superboy or whatever his name is, was almost fight of the year. I don't know if it beats the Lawler Condit one, but it was freaking amazing. Those dudes were blasting each other every 3 seconds. You didn't know who was going to win.
Man, my brain was fried from those tests. I was probably like sleeping or something. Like,
what was the other one? Cowboy Matt Brown. Cowboy knocks out Matt Brown, and then you had the headline fight where Holloway put away Pettis, which is huge too. And now Holloway's interim champ.
Cowboy knocked out Matt Brown and then didn't get a fucking bonus.
No, hey, look, that's what happens when you come out for the association against Dana White.
Yeah,
just saying. But honestly, dude, there were so many other huge. The Lando Venata thing was huge too. I mean, there was a lot of reasons not to give Cowboy the bonus. So make him suffer this one time. He came out, said some things against Uncle Dana, but apparently they went and had dinner and squashed their beef. And now Cowboy's backpedaling, by the way, on a bunch of the MMA AA rhetoric that was going around. And Bjorn Rebney is, I don't know where he stands in the whole thing right now. He's been very quiet this week. So we'll see if that thing has a future or not.
Question for you, Justin.
Yeah.
When Dana White takes these guys, when they go to eat some dinner together, who do you think pays? Do they go Dutch? Does Dana pay? Or does he make that other guy pay as an apology?
No, I think Dana makes the casino pay because he's the only guy that can get over on the house in Vegas.
Damn. Oh, man.
I think he's like one of two people who got free tickets to the last Mayweather fight. I mean, he's like the only guy that gets over in Vegas. And he's a high roller, too. I mean,
I think we missed our time window because I think he might have left the chat, but Meatloaf wanted to know if Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And fuck yes, it is the best Christmas movie.
Absolutely. Die Hard and Home Alone 2 are my two favorite Christmas movies right now.
Mine are Die Hard, Krampus, the Doherty version, fucking great. If you guys haven't seen it, see it. Okay. And Gremlins. Those are my top three.
Gremlins, interesting. I also have to say Christmas Story because it was filmed like 2 blocks from where my mom lives.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, I drive past the house every time we're back in Cleveland in the winter. It's like a tourist trap too. I mean, like everybody goes there.
Oh man, get that Ralphie action figure.
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie, or are you just totally bah humbug?
I like the Bill Murray movie. Bill Murray's Christmas
Scrooged?
special last year.
Oh, his Christmas special.
He
It's
likes,
special, but it's actually a movie. It's just it's under the guise of a special. It's pretty
That's
cool.
still on Netflix too, isn't it?
I recommend watching it. It's actually really
my
sad.
favorite holiday movie was 8 Crazy Nights, Byron.
I don't know what that is.
Hey, I know the director of that, Seth Kersley. He's a good friend of mine.
I saw that in the theater.
I want
You
to.
guys should all watch that
Can I
movie.
really buy a sticker on the Teespring?
Yes, I said we had stickers, coffee mugs, and guys and a girl shirt this time.
A 5x7 sticker?
I think he was too busy looking at more pink shit in his room, like the pink
Yeah,
sock that he's got.
It wouldn't let me create a different size for the sticker. It just gave me the option of adding a sticker to the mix, so I added a sticker.
There's 2 sizes to choose from.
Well, what are
Of
the
the sticker?
sizes, Byron?
5x7 and 3.6x5.
Yeah, 5x7 is
No,
huge.
Convert it to metric for Meatloaf, please, Byron.
I need Meatloaf to Photoshop my face for 2K17 if I ever play it again, because my sideburns and stuff crop off my.
Dude,
add a border to my
you
face.
just put the fucking hair pieces that they give you in the game over your face. You just do the beard pieces.
No, that works. But then, like on one side, you see on the edge of the face that is on, you see the line.
Yeah, mine's pretty bad. Mine's pretty bad. I just said fuck it. It's staying that way. I haven't played that game in a while, dude. I'm all about Watch Dogs 2. That game's amazing.
I'm playing 2K17, and what happens is it'll glitch, and then I'll email them, and they respond to me, and they go, reinstall the game. And then I'm in a hotel with bad Wi-Fi, so it takes me a week to re-download the game saves and everything. And then I get it going again. In the first game, the same glitches happen, and I still don't get any points for my T-shirts in my career. I should just
This sounds like a wonderful pastime.
The only
Byron, did you ever get your MMM show shirts?
No.
Or are they in Tennessee somewhere?
I got one of
the only MMM show shirts I have are the ones I wear in the game, which is probably why I can't just send the game back for a refund.
You know we're never making these again, right? So like if you don't have one, you're not getting one.
I know.
That's the way
What
it works.
Justin, is yours as white as shit? Look at that. This is
I
like
just think you guys all have bad lighting or something.
No, dude. I thought it was legit like a glow-in-the-dark version when I got it. That's how off-white it is.
Really? Because that's what Urban was saying too. Like mine, does mine really look different?
Yours looks way brighter than mine.
Interesting.
Because, okay, this wall is yellow. And this shirt is matching.
Yeah. Well,
but hey, it's cool because I enjoy supporting the Triple M show, as all of you should as well. Thanks for nothing, Meatloaf. Buy another mask, you dick.
Meatloaf bought a shirt this time.
Buying a shirt, you fuck.
Meatloaf bought a shirt this time. He got one of the new ones already. He was the first one to order.
Could have got 10% off.
Johnny come lately. I fucking rescind nothing. I rescind nothing. I will not do the podcast for another 2 weeks, so you cannot hear the voices of your people on this podcast again.
You just can't afford Wi-Fi for the rest of the month.
I gotta take tests, bro. As much as Meatloaf would like me to say, British things, so that he can identify with the show better. I did a little bit of Page earlier, so I hope he appreciates it when he's having, as he calls it, a wank to my voice.
You've done a bit of Page today.
Oh,
you have.
I'm gonna listen to your voice and have a wank to Byron's face for some reason, because I find him prettier in a shy sort of way. Sunshine.
Sunshine. You sound like William Regal now. I like it.
He peed
all right,
on
let
a
me
stewardess.
finish up the UFC stuff before Byron's head flies off. So we got huge UFC on Fox card Saturday. Weigh-ins are tomorrow. It's the Paige Van Zandt versus Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie. That's a tough fight to call. I really do like both of those ladies. I like Paige's spirit, though. I knew Rose was going to beat her. I feel like Michelle Waterson's going to beat her too. Michelle is very experienced. She took some time off when she had a kid. Yes, she is a mom, and a hot mom at that. But
She's like 12 years old. She had a kid?
She's not, though. She's been around for a while. Michelle
No,
Watterson
I
is
know
one
she
of
does, but she looks like she's 12. But she is so fucking fast. I think she's going to beat the shit out of Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah, I mean, Paige, honestly, Paige's best bet to me is to crazy blitz on Michelle. Just to like crazy straight ahead blitz blaster like, you know, BJ Penn did to Kyle Uno way back in the day. Just to run in and then run out of the
I watched that shit live. That was great.
That fight was amazing.
I'm like, oh shit, I know this Uno guy. He's gonna fuck this guy up. And then I'm like,
oh, dude! And then he just ran out of the ring. Everyone was like, "Whoa, that was like the first guy who ever ran out."
He just fucking dips. Oh, Joe's just holding the mic. Like, what the fuck?
What the hell?
How come we don't have an MMM show Christmas sweater?
I thought about doing one, but I didn't. I didn't think your face was ugly enough for it. And that's
Jericho has one. We're not good enough to be like Jericho.
Of course, you're taking it back to WWE. Anyway, so that fight's there. I'm picking Watterson. Is that your pick, Case?
That is my pick.
Me too.
Which sucks. I feel bad for Paige. And honestly, if Paige wins, I won't be terribly upset, though I've actually met Michelle a couple times, so I kind of lean her way. But I really just think that she's more experienced. She's been around longer, and I think that that's going to pay dividends here. I hope that Paige puts in another big, good showing to keep her star power going like she did with Rose Namajunas. Then we've got Uriah Faber, his retirement fight. This fight, by the way, is in Sacramento, and he's retiring on Fox. And I believe it's earlier out here on the West Coast, too, because this is an East Coast, or it's on Big Fox. So I think they're running this fight pretty early. So make sure you check your times. But, yeah, Uriah Faber's retiring, and he's not headlining the card. But it's not a title fight, and Brad Pickett isn't, you know, I don't know. I think Paige versus Karate Hottie, because they're both going to be in title contention, does make more sense as the headliner. But a lot of people are mad that Uriah's not headlining the card. So
it would have been a nice gesture.
But I think that he's also, but I mean, he's not in title contention. He wanted a 3-round fight, so he can just go and win, I think.
Okay, so if he wants a 3-round fight, he can't have the fucking headliner. That's
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And so, but I mean, a lot of people are complaining that he doesn't have it. But I mean, I think that's part of it. It's like, look, it's Brad Pickett. It's a 3-round fight. It's his retirement. Let him go out, you know, on a high note. I'm picking Uriah to win. I think he's gonna maybe choke him. Maybe one last guillotine choke for the road. What do you think?
That'd be good. Yeah, I hope he wins. I would feel very sad if he didn't. He already makes me feel old as shit retiring.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've watched him fight for fucking ever.
Well, he's another one that still looks like a baby. He looks every bit as young as Michelle Watterson does.
He looks like Kerry Von Erich, you know, in his heyday, you know, when he was alive. Too soon? I'm sorry. But he does look like Kerry Von Erich, kind of.
Come on, I was making Alan Thicke jokes at the top of the show, and I like Alan Thicke.
Yeah. I felt horrible. That I felt like just walking.
And then the other one, the other fight of note is Sage Northcutt versus Mickey Gall, which, you know, Mickey Gall's the guy who got the win over CM Punk.
I hope he fucks him up.
He also fought Mike Jackson. But, I mean, so here's the weird thing. They both came off of looking for a fight, but Sage actually has more UFC experience because Sage actually fought some real opponents. Mickey Gall's got Mike Jackson and CM Punk as his only 2 UFC opponents. And sadly, those are not real opponents. So this is really a test of Mickey Gall, in my opinion, because I consider Sage a real UFC guy, whether he's your favorite UFC guy or not, or whether he's at the top of or top caliber UFC guy or not, is up for dispute. But he is nonetheless a bona fide, legit UFC guy. And Mickey Gall is basically facing his first bona fide, legitimate UFC guy, in my opinion.
Yeah. First of all, Justin, how dare you? Well, I mean, you can say a lot of things about the King of Pop, but he could be a good UFC fighter. We don't know that.
Wait, Michael Jackson?
Yeah,
that's actually
Jackson and CM
Punk. He's a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess if you're a pedophile, you're used to getting.
Yeah, this Mike Jackson is he's the truth. He's a homie. He's
Is it
out in
Michael
Texas,
Jackson?
and he is not the Michael Jackson.
Okay.
He's the other
He's
Michael.
not the Mike Jackson that was a jobber in 80s NWA, right?
No, not that Mike Jackson either. No. This is Mike Jackson, who's a reporter. He covers a lot of stuff with Legacy and a lot of the Texas fighting scene. And was a kickboxer primarily.
Let me tell you something, Justin. You know who else is a reporter?
Who?
Fucking Spider-Man. He would be awesome. He beat Bonesaw McGraw like he was his bitch.
Yeah, he also was bitten by an irradiated spider, though. Come on. He had an upper hand. Dude, I wonder what's happening in that Star Wars movie right now. Do you want the spoilers, Casey? You want me to tell you who dies?
Tweet Roach.
I'm already going to tell everyone right now that fucking Ip Man dies. And
I'm
that's
telling
just
you, Donnie Yen dies. You know Donnie Yen dies.
Yeah.
There's no way he makes it through that movie. He's totally
I don't
dead.
know who any of these people are.
He's toast. I think the robot bites it too.
Ip Man at all, so he's not even
Vader?
excited about Donnie Yen being in this movie.
I think that the robot bites it too, because they have C-3PO and R2 and now BB-8. I have a feeling that the robot pulls your heartstrings. Everybody loves the robot, and then the robot bites it. That's my guess.
I just hope there's some fucking Wookiees, man. Like they already had me at the AT-ATs because those are like my favorite. And they're AT-ATs on the beach, like they're Surfer Bro AT-ATs, which is just like Shaka Bra, and I was pretty into that because Kona Crush was my hero. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing it at 9 a.m. tomorrow, but I'm still calling it and saying Donnie Yen fucking dies. Like I have no doubt.
Are you going at 9 a.m. tomorrow? Man, I feel like I should too. I got stuff to do though. But damn,
That's if I don't show up at the movie theater and they're sold out, because I'm not gonna print tickets. That's a fool's errand, and I want to get the points on my rewards card.
Oh yeah.
You can't put your rewards card in.
Diamond status, man. Diamond status. Shine bright like a diamond.
And you have to do that at the box office?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it on UFC. You want to talk about this Lucha Underground?
Stay cool and stay in the mix.
I gotta say,
You're just ready to be done, Byron? Byron is so tired, man. This is great. You're the smangry one today. I like this. This is new.
I'm on the East Coast. I'm working right now.
Dude, I got up at 4:30 this morning, Byron. Were you up at 7:30 East Coast time?
No, I was up at 6:20 East Coast time, you fuck.
Oh. Yeah. Sucks to be you, bro.
All right, so if you're listening to the show, once again, the promo code is SMANGRY. That stands for, you know how there's smart marks that are called smarks? Well, there's smart marks who are also angry, like Casey. So we invented a word for him, and that word is SMANGRY. And he is that. He is very smart and very angry all the time.
It's pretty cool. I'm honored to have that word invented for me, other than the words that we've invented for Byron that we won't even repeat on the show.
I don't know if we can legally say some of those things. I think there might be a ban on some of those words.
I think it would be considered bullying, and bullying is bad.
I think that I don't even want to keep calling this the premier alt-right podcast, but Casey's on it, so that's kind of like we're already covering all those topics.
Yeah, see Casey.
Because Casey is like a white supremacist, but without the supremacy, he's just like about white.
Why? Just because he's Danish?
He's from Castaic.
He's from Castaic and he's Danish, and that makes him a white supremacist? Does he have his jailhouse tats?
He hasn't really gotten the supremacy part down. He's like a white mediocreist.
I'm just like, white people,
funny.
all right?
That's funny. No, he does. He looks a little Schillinger-ish from Oz, but not like totally. That guy sells insurance now. He's totally trustworthy.
Yeah. He was fucking J. Jonah Jameson. As we all know, Spider-Man's a fucking menace.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about our favorite television show. Is it still our favorite television show? Lucha Underground.
Final season. Workaholics. I'm sad.
I like Workaholics. I haven't seen it since season 3.
They should be invited to the Lucha Temple. They're wrestling fans.
I only watched the first couple episodes of Workaholics. I never really got into it. Byron was always yelling at me to watch more of it. And he was always like, my friend Casey says you should watch this. And that was before I even knew you.
Workaholics in the league, but the league's over now. So you've kind of missed the boat.
I've been finishing up the league. I actually finished the league on Netflix, right? Can't believe Luxon's wife just died. You think they were like, well, we don't have it written in the last like 3 episodes, so let's just have her die now.
Thanks for the spoilers for everyone that didn't fucking watch.
I'm sorry, if I'm watching a TV show on Netflix, I assume it's been done, like it's already aired at least a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though, because like I've started watching the 100, and if you were to tell me everyone who died in the 100 right now, I'd be pretty salty.
All the people died in the 100. You didn't see that?
The 100 is the count of how many people died.
It's like the 25 by season 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just got towards the end of season 1, and there are a lot of people that died in that show. But that's why I'm liking it. Like the whole CW pretty teenagers cast thing doesn't really do it for me. It's just like,
oh, dude, you fucking mentioned it. So I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh, what? What'd I do?
Riverdale's almost out, my friends. It is the new
Archie thing.
Yes,
like Archie, it is a new. Don't they go to Riverdale High?
It is an Archie series on CW. Starts January 26th, and Jughead looks like the Triple M show's own Zach quite a bit. So I want you to watch the show.
Coming back, by the way. Zach's got to come back.
I'll talk to Zach. He texted me saying the moveset was out. For 2K.
Tell him I said, don't be scared, homie. You came on and defended your shit. He did a good job. He can come back and do it again. And this time Byron will probably be more on his side.
Get him to hype the British shit.
Yeah.
That would be entertaining.
He had written down a bunch of complaints about verbatim things that I said, where I said all the things he was arguing on all the other podcasts. He's like, I got a point to make. And then Casey just yelled the words John and Cena at him.
What? This sounds like a very intellectual debate to me. This sounds perfect. I'm going to go back and listen to that episode.
What was
that, like episode 14?
That's what we did, roundtables in my living room, and it got too hot. My cat would look at everyone.
Your living room still smells like shit from that night. I blame MMM show. All right, let's talk about Lucha Underground. We talked about Riverdale. We talked about the 100. We talked about everything else in the world. Let's talk about the thing most people probably came here to hear about, besides Byron's hair. Lucha Underground, Battle of the Bulls. I was going to ask
you guys which Archie character you thought would make the best luchador, but we can just move on.
Veronica for sure.
See, I would say Moose. This motherfucker can break some back. He would kick Matanza's ass.
Yeah, but Veronica's going to put asses in seats, man. Everyone is all Betty this, and Archie's cool, blah, blah, blah. No, seriously, Veronica. You don't think she'd put asses in seats, man? She's like Taya cross with Melissa Santos.
What if you had the Haas that was Moose instead of this other guy they got playing the snake? All
right, well, let's get through the first match so we can finally talk about the Luchasaurus.
The first match is really
first match, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jack Evans. Fucking fuck.
No. First match is Mariposa, Killshot, Dante Fox, Jeremiah Crane. This is the first time we've really, really seen Sami Callihan, a.k.a. Jeremiah Crane, do his thing. And he did the damn thing. And Mariposa was killing it, too. He looked...
Mariposa may have literally killed Killshot during this match with the fucking...
butterfly effect on the chair? What? What? Oh, my God. That was... it looked worse on TV than it did live. Like live, I may not have caught it, or maybe there was something going on outside the ring near me. Like I looked up and I knew she was doing it, but dude, you see that thing on TV and it's like, and they showed the high right over the top angle of him just
fucking jib guy.
Oh,
jib guy.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you don't see much of us on this episode because we're kind of underneath jib guy, like where jib guy's camera swings out over, we're right underneath it. So you see us in a couple of the walk-ins and walkouts. We're on the heel side. Oh, and PJ Black stiffed me on a high five, and I'm on national TV with my hand out. PJ just nope. I got this from PJ.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't high five the second best South African in the company.
Oh, I don't know. I think Angelico would have stiffed me too.
I don't know. He always.
they're not from the part of the South Africans that don't like my skin tone people, are they?
I don't know.
Those South
Isn't
Africans.
that all South African? No. Hey, Diantward is down with the brothers, and they're South African.
Those guys are cool, and Helico and PJ are fine.
And so's Diantward. Let's just throw that out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. There's so many things in this match that I love. Like, I want these four to start off Lucha Underground every week. It was just freaking amazing. Byron, say something good about something that happened in this match.
Well, what I was thinking, I mean, I've seen Sami Callihan live, and I've seen some of the matches he's been doing on the indies, so I kind of knew what the kind of match 3 of the 4 was going to have.
Oh, wait, this guy wasn't there, Justin.
Well, he's seen it on TV now. Now he gets to experience it. Because being there, dude, when Sammy started throwing all those chairs in the ring and started playing chair Jenga or whatever,
it was all,
me.
Yeah, but what really impressed me here was that the 3 of them were having the match you expect them to have with each other. It's high impact, it's fast paced, and it's really great, and it's brutal. And then you have Mariposa, like really for the first time on the show, actually going at full speed. Like before, you see her do a no Moss match with Sexy Star, so that's like for 20 minutes she climbs up and down a ladder.
Byron, are you trying to say that if you work with Sexy Star, you can't go full speed?
I'm just saying Mariposa went toe for toe with these dudes and spot for spot and still got her shit in. Like
she's a good. Go ahead, Byron. Sorry.
She did her finish on a chair, which is one of the more memorable moments of the whole night. She based the Tower of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredible.
She probably actually has the strongest legs out of all those 4.
Probably. She did a brutal drop.
It's an upper, for fuck's sake, Justin, it's an upper body business. I had to throw that in there.
But not that move. That is the one that having the low center of gravity at the base is the one that you want. That
was just a shout out to Rick Rude.
Oh yeah, his thing. But yeah, she did all that stuff. She had that great drop kick. She was just on fire. And then when she was running around the ring throwing chairs at all of their heads.
Oh, that was the best. I love that.
If you go back to the Aztec Warfare and you're like, how are we going to have a female fighter convincingly beat like Mil Muertes? You have Mariposa convincingly throw a chair at his head for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but see, that's why this was also more convincing to me too. She is in the same size frame as these guys. She's 5'9", 5'10", and she's not like Hoss or anything. I mean, but neither are those guys. I mean, they're all cruiserweights in the grand scheme of the wrestling world, and she fits right in there. Like Sexy Star is a bit undersized, but Mariposa's not. Cheerleader Melissa, whatever. She can go. Sorry, Case Fabe.
Yeah,
it's cool because
so people can go look her up, hit her, like watch some of her other videos on YouTube as Cheerleader Melissa, and she can go. But honestly, this might be one of her best performances ever.
I thought she could have won.
You know what I like about Mariposa / Cheerleader Melissa is that she wrestles like she's trying to fuck the other person up.
For real.
Unlike some other people that may win championships in this promotion that look like all they're doing is trying to remember how to hit a turnbuckle.
Well, she definitely hit all of her turns. And Dante, damn, when he gets in there and he runs and dives out one side, and then before you even know it, he's back in the ring, running and diving out the other side of the ring in under 10 seconds. I swear to God. Lost my mind.
That wasn't editing either because we saw that shit live, and it was really like that.
No, it was really like that. Like I was doing one of these things where I'm just slapping Casey in the chest, like, dude, look at this guy, and that was what, like probably the third time we had seen him.
That was amazing.
But then, okay, we got to talk about these chairs because they set up the chairs, and then there's a chair on the top, but then that chair falls, and it falls upside down, ready to impale someone. And I think did Killshot said it?
Killshot.
Killshot took it. Callahan said it. Callahan, but my favorite is Dante, AR Fox, whatever you want to call him. He comes in, He looks right over at it, and we thought, okay, he's going to reset the spot and show these young bucks how to fix something like that. He looks at it and smiles and just walks into his position at the turnbuckle like, you sick fuck. You're going to let your boy Swerve up there take that? And he looks right up at him, too.
Dude, is this the match where Fox looked like he busted his neck and Vampiro got all freaked out and ran to the ring?
There was one apron spot where he bumped hard, and I don't know if this was the one where Vamp runs to the ring or not. I mean, because that always gets cut out. But
that might have been the match where Evie got hurt.
It might have been that one. Because I mean, dude, the guy takes apron bumps constantly. It's in his repertoire, and he sets himself up for it too. So I can't feel totally bad.
And he takes like DDTs and Rana's like fucking RVD does, like right on his head.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I mean, but hey, look, apparently Killshot can do it too. I mean, he took that chair shot right in the head, and we thought he was dead, and he got right up. And then this Tower of Doom. This Tower of Doom, Killshot was also on the wrong end of this. I mean, dude, he landed 2 inches to the right of that chair leg that was sticking straight up. I mean, me and Casey and Jimmy were all sitting together, and when they did it, that might be like the sickest queasy feeling I've ever gotten in my stomach at a Lucha Underground at that point in time. There's actually a point after that in the season that you guys haven't seen yet where it's a little bit worse. You'll know when you see it.
Yeah.
But as far as high spots go, like being in the temple for this high spot, it was crazy. And they set up those chairs, and they were battling a little longer, I think, than it played on TV. And when they did that Tower of Doom on that pile of chairs, we were just all like, holy fuck buckets. This is out of control. This is completely insane. But it was an awesome match. Jeremiah goes over at the end and joins Cage and Tejano in this Battle of the Bulls tournament. But I can't say enough good things about this match. I loved it.
And the Mac.
And what's AR's finishing move? The low main slam or something? What is it called? Low pan slam? Low pan?
It's like a straight jacket DDT buster thing.
It is called a low pan something though. Yeah.
Yeah. It's where he bounces off the rope and does the inverted brainbuster thing or whatever. And
then his other dive, his imploding shooting star off the fucking rope to the outside, is called like the low pan dive or something too.
Yeah, and I don't know why they haven't given these moves names in Lucha Underground. It's like Stryker keeps stumbling over it. It's like, dude, if I had Stryker's job, I would just make up whatever. Like, I would go to DJ and I would be like, dude, how's this thing finish? And just start coming up with cool names for moves. Like, you don't have to do what anyone else has done. I mean, Lucha Underground has got everyone in mass and different characters. Like, just let's start making up names for these fucking things already.
Your fucking finisher is a reference to Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, but maybe they don't want to use that stuff. So whatever, that's fine. But make up something for it. Like Killshot's double stomp off the top rope still does not have a name. I call it dead to rights.
Double stomp to the belly willy, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, Stryker, get on the ball, man. That's half the fun of being the lead announcer on a wrestling show. Is if you don't know what the cool name that they called it in Japan is, you get to make one up yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the game. That's how it's played, brother. Get on it. Get on the ball.
Yeah.
And call those dick kicks. God damn it.
So we go into the Director Taya segment. I loved this vignette.
Jack was really quiet for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jack was more worried about his air guitar.
Thought he was more worried about that fucking spot he took in the match.
But I
was wondering if that was this match.
That he broke his jaw?
Yeah, I was wondering because it's the same 4 people, I think.
I don't know. That shit was shot so out of order. I honestly don't know where it happened anymore.
He broke his jaw in the match where Angelico hurt his arm.
Yeah, that probably won't even air then, huh?
Right, probably.
I don't know. I halfway thought that was this match. I couldn't even tell. Like every time. Oh, well, I'll get there. I'm still at this damn the vignette. Yeah. Anyway, Director Taya vignette. I love that PJ's asking her about putting in the air guitar sound, and she's like, "That's not up to you. That's in post." But the best part about it is when they actually put in the air guitar sound, it's not on the shot where Taya's holding the camera. It's on the Lucha Underground shot. So it's like she doesn't have those editorial skills. Only the Lucha guys can do that shit.
Fucking right.
I love the editors putting themselves over.
I just, you know, she's trying to do what we do. You know, she thinks she can have a camera, and all of a sudden that she's a documentary filmmaker.
I thought that her camera work was as good as yours.
Yeah, I thought it was better.
I mean, look, her close-ups on Johnny when he came in, I mean, she totally let him fill the light and everything, and then she gave him some good direction. I mean, I think you work with Rob about the same way, right?
I wouldn't know.
And every time Byron tries to film Johnny Mundo, he just zooms in on his crotch the whole time.
I love too when she gives Johnny the direction that he just completely hams it up. It was just fun. I like the whole segment. It was just fun. It was silly. It was stupid, but it was fun.
I love these guys. I know we're supposed to hate these guys, but they're so fucking funny. Come on.
I like the Lucha Bucks. They're awesome.
And then we go into the best segment to talk about on a podcast. The Boxio Sexy segment here. Or as I like to call it, Sexy in the Spider Trap.
Yeah.
He's about to feud with Cortez.
So we get this vignette where Sexy is doing like the HBO 24/7 thing here. She's working the rope, and she's got good boxing motion here, good boxing movement.
I saw more convincing boxing on the Marvin Hagler episode of Punky Brewster.
And I think the shot that Meatloaf was talking about was the toweling off shot. Was that the shot that got him all hard?
He definitely got a chub at some long shot of Sexy Star.
I think it's the part where she's. I mean, dude, she looked good toweling off. She looked better toweling off than she did boxing.
Performance except the wrestling.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Meatloaf getting a chubby. This is like a conversation I wasn't a part of.
No, I don't think you were tagged in it. It was on Twitter.
Casey, usually when it's talk about men's erections and where they go with other men, it's usually you are the one talking about it.
That's just fucking hearsay.
Anyway, so then she goes and she gets some water. She goes into the locker room, opens the locker, and yells and screams at this poor defenseless spider. Why is she trying to torture this creature?
Here's the thing. First of all, former Lucha champ scared of a spider. 2, the spider didn't even move.
Mm-hmm. It's probably a dead spider.
I thought that was a live spider.
That's dead or sleeping. And then it's like, I don't get, it's just, come on. She's trying to fight for her title, and now she's caught up in wondering who put it. She's going to go have like a high school fight with Mariposa in the hallway over a spider. Next thing you know, they're going to argue because one made the cheerleader team and the other didn't. But
are you talking about the second part of the vignette? Are you skipping ahead again, Byron?
He is, but you guys know who I fucking love? Spider-Man. Spider-Man. You know what I fucking hate? Sexy Star. Enough said.
Do you think it was Brad Armstrong?
Dude, I hope it was Brad Armstrong, because if he could come back and act like Buzzkill and Arachnaman at the same time, and also Bad Street, it would be fucking amazing.
If he could just come back and terrorize Sexy Star, that would be amazing.
Wait, shit.
So I take it you guys aren't liking this angle?
No, last week, the mask that Captain Hotness, Captain Vasquez, was holding, as if you listen to the Heels podcast, they will explain that there was a spider symbol on it. Now Sexy Star is being haunted by a spider. So what's happening is because of the end of times, right? Captain Vasquez is like, Sexy Star is the Lucha Underground champion. That must mean the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are on their way. And she's kind of like not into Ric Flair, so she's sending Cortez to stop it.
Okay. We'll go with that for now.
I like the whole idea that Sexy Star winning the belt is a sign of the apocalypse.
I know, which is why you're like, we just have to go with this one for now, huh? We're gonna actually have to give it up for Byron for a change.
I have to give it to Byron. I know both of us give it to Byron on a regular basis, spit roast style, but I mean, we're gonna have to give it to him for this.
You're doing it again.
I just enjoy Hawaiian luau's, Byron. What are you talking about? Jesus.
And I like the sound.
And I like the sound. Oh,
Can't even get erections anymore, even
Oh, shut up, Air Pocket. You're fine.
oh, Air Pocket turd.
It's terrible. Where have we gone?
Our promo code is Air Pocket.
Look, J-Man thought that they had the most gay podcast last week, but I think we may have topped them. I think we've stolen their gimmick, frankly.
I just gotta nip.
They can have it back if they want it.
Last real girls and heels suck. I don't listen to that podcast.
All right, so let's talk about. Started talking about the second part of the promo that comes much later.
This is awful.
Anyway, so why don't you go ahead and tell us how, instead of punching a hole through a spider, Sexy decides to. What happened during the cat fight?
Sexy's walking down the hallway. Mariposa, who's super badass, walks by her, and Sexy Star. Mariposa picks on her. Then Sexy Star.
Wait, no, Mariposa doesn't just pick on her, and this was my problem with the writing of this segment. Mariposa, we just saw her go toe to toe with three of the baddest dudes in Lucha Underground, and then she's gonna pull Sexy Star's hair. Would that really? Come on.
I mean,
do that.
If you ask me, I would have not put those two together.
I don't mind them both being in the segment. I just didn't like the hair pull thing. Like, it makes sense if Sexy Star's going to flip out on somebody wrongly for it to be Mariposa. They have history in the storyline. That's fine. I'm not hating on that part of it. I just didn't like the hair pull thing. It was like, look, we're trying to present these as badass women, and the last thing I ever want to see is a hair pull of any kind. Like, that is divas stuff. That is for a bowl of jelly wrestling. That is not something I ever want to.
I also think.
I think they're paying homage to the backstage fight between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels never was the same afterwards.
Yeah, Bret ripped out some of his hair plugs, bro.
But it's also like
fucking Crypt Keeper.
Lucha Underground needs to do a better job of presenting Sexy Star. Like,
no shit.
They shouldn't like showcase her as champion and show like her in a main event match, and try and tell us how good she is, and she does what she does, and then they have three of the best wrestlers in the world who happen to be women showcased on the next week's show, where all of a sudden you go, wait, but Sexy Star didn't look anywhere half as good as that in the ring. And then
I don't know. I think with the edits, she looked just as good with the edits.
I want to be on the Heels podcast from now on. I'm gonna go join WoW after that comment. Jesus Christ, Justin.
I mean, come on, look. The editors do their jobs, and you know more about it. I'm not saying she's great. I'll never tell you that she's got a good gait. I'll never say that she can run the ropes. I'm just saying that with the edits and several of those matches, if you didn't know from seeing her live, you would think that she was actually really good. You wouldn't question that she was as good as these other women.
I'm saying that they're placing her performance next to, they're forcing comparisons that don't favor her.
What did PJ Black say about it?
PJ Black said she farted and he took a flip bump. But it's still hilarious. But it's like,
didn't he hashtag that shoot though? Come on, that's harsh.
I don't know. I wasn't in the ring. But if you want to present Sexy Star in the best light you can, don't the next week show three performances that are way better than what you're going to get by almost anyone. It's like and then the next week you have her do a match with PJ Black, and then the week after that you have Mariposa completely just on a whole nother level, and then you put them in the same vignette later on in the same episode. Sexy Star is going to look horrible after you watch Mariposa drop Killshot on his head on a chair.
You know, the sexy star farting thing makes sense. I didn't listen to the rest of that.
Good for you. I felt like I listened to too much of it.
Because sometimes, dude, we smell some farts in the temple. Someone's boofing them in there. I thought it was Vinny this whole time. She's stealing his gimmick.
She's stealing his gimmick?
And
well, I was half expecting him to see him trying to go to the bathroom back there somewhere, like when Sexy Star went back there, but I guess that just wasn't the moment for levity.
Dude, it would have been hilarious if you saw the spider and then you saw like poop on it. And then Vinny finally got to take his poop, but he pooped on the spider.
So what do you think about the strength of Sexy Star punching through the wall? Is that a good sell or a bad sell?
You guys want to see me do it fucking right now to prove I can do it?
I've done it before. It did not feel good.
I have all.
Byron, punch the pink wall, bro. Punch the pink wall. I know.
Come on, it's a home renovation show. You guys can fix it on TV. You're like creating more work for yourself in a good way.
You know how me and Justin feel when we punch your pink wall repeatedly. Oh God, I had to do it. I couldn't even not laugh. Oh God damn it.
That's terrible.
Casey, your incessant flirting is flattering, and I appreciate it. I wish you would do it differently.
Happy holidays, Byron.
Happy holidays.
Very happy. Well, so Byron, what did you think of her punching through the wall? You still haven't told me.
I thought on the promo she punched a brick wall and it cracked. But now she punches through a weak-ass drywall, and it looks horrible. But the final shot at Mariposa was kind of cool.
I like
it.
But
I don't understand. I would have thought that Mariposa would have just murdered Sexy Star for trying to punch a hole through her.
You know what?
I'll tell you what I did like. Go ahead.
Hefe should give her a fucking bill for his wall.
Dude, I think, you know, even with the language barrier, though, that her delivery of lines has actually been very good. Sexy Star. You can thumbs down it all you want. I think she's actually turning into a decent actress, which is also a good thing. If they're going to continue to use her and to use her in big storylines, God forbid she's a horrible actress also. She's not.
I think
think about how bad it could be.
I hear someone in Canada slamming their head against the wall as you're saying this. And Rob, please, there's plenty to live for. Justin's views do not reflect the views of the whole Triple M show. I agree with you, Rob Viper, and your earlier assessment of Sexy Star's acting skills, that if those were the best takes they had, holy shit, the bad takes have to be great.
You thought that this one was that bad too? I thought this one was so much better.
I gotta say, I watched it on YouTube.
Okay.
Not on my regular TV, so that might have made it look worse. Because you know how, like, you're watching the show.
That's gonna change your acting performance.
I don't know, man. Because, like, when you watch the show in HD, it looks so dope. And you watch it on, like, a computer at work while you're doing other work, it just kind of takes away from it. I'm giving the show the benefit of the doubt. Just in case anyone wants to put poor acting on the director of the scene. You don't want that. So
no, Skip did a great job. Like, the whole thing looks great. I think, he got the point across of the content that was written for him to direct. I think Skip did a phenomenal job.
I just think being scared of a spider sucks when there's so much more awesome shit to be scared of, like a scorpion. Like, scorpions are fucking dope.
Yes.
Like if you open the locker.
But again, I think Byron is correct in one part of his theory, in the fact that it probably had to be a spider for a very specific reason. You know how DJ is. There's a symbolism to the fact that it's a spider, and we probably don't know all of what that means yet.
Actually,
I doubt that DJ.
I 100% know what it is, and I can't say it because of NDAs. But
I don't know what it means, but I really hope that my theory about it being Cortez in his, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I really hope that's not true.
All I have to say is Spider-Man is a menace.
To see where Cortez's story goes.
Yeah.
I think I will like it. What were you going to say, Case?
Yeah. I was gonna kind of hint at things too, but I don't like winking because it makes me look like a serial killer. But yeah,
You do look like
let's just say Spider-Man is a menace. Let's just put it that way.
Okay,
Spider-Man
I like
is a
that
menace.
one. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. Another female luchadora who I thought looked very good in the ring. The crowd was a little bit quiet, which I thought was disappointing. And I was there for this. And I was popping for her the whole time. And you'll see, if you don't believe us, that we're trying to high-five her when she walks out. And, you know, big props to Kobra Moon, Thunder Rosa. I thought she was great in this match. And again, similar to the Mariposa thing with the other three guys at the beginning, I thought that Drago was especially a good size for Kobra Moon to work with.
And he's able to work at her speed.
The speed, she was a little slower than him. Like, I could see a few times where she was off a step from Drago. But he's a fast little fucker too, though.
But he can slow down to her. Bengala couldn't.
No, and Drago, but I didn't feel like he was making her look good. I felt like she just looked good in the match. Like, I don't know if she just had more time to prepare or if they'd had some time to run the ropes together or something for a while. You know, if they worked it out, really agented the match a lot. And maybe they did, because you got a couple debuts going on too. And you know how that ends up happening in the back is like you work out a little something for the match, and then the writers want to come out and see it because they want to see how the debut is going to play. And then next thing you know, you're running through it 700 times instead of 2. But anyway, it felt like it was really smooth. It felt really natural. I liked the match a lot. I thought they were both selling great for each other. I was a little ticked that the audience was quiet, but you know, when you go to tapings, you know, you're seeing stuff from 2.5 episodes. So it could have been in the middle of just some straight fire on either side. And I believe it actually was right after I think these 2 matches actually aired in the order that they were done that day.
Yeah, but it was like right after the fucking Stardom girls blew everything out of the water. It's like,
oh, that's right. It was the second half of the day, and Stardom had already come in and done that shit with Pentagon and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah. And then you got the Killshot and Dante Mariposa Jeremiah match before it also. So yeah, I mean, hard to get a high spot out of going back to just 2 workers and they're not diving all over the place. But again, I thought it was a really good match.
We also didn't know the storyline going in, right? I mean, it's a lot of backstage vignettes. You don't know why any of it matters.
No.
What sucks is
they shot some of this out of order, so we knew that there was something going on with Drago and Kobra Moon at the time. We just didn't know what. We didn't have the full backstory.
What was weird is I think they might have deleted something before this, but we're not sure because they shot so out of order.
Yeah. Did they take that out?
Right? Because I could have sworn yeah.
That's a tough one, Case. I feel like it was before this, so we probably won't ever see it.
Wait, but she was managing him though.
Oh, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 2 storylines that were shot very out of order were this storyline with Kobra Moon and the whole Johnny Mundo, Taya gone, Jack Evans's jaw.
Yeah.
Like, Johnny's story is all, like, his whole overarching arc shot completely out of order, and this whole storyline shot completely out of order. So anyway, the match was good. And Kobra Moon's flexibility, ridiculous. Like, when she takes that one bump and she like purposely lays back on her leg with it all twisted out, and it just looks so painful. But that girl's got to be seriously doing the Van Damme splits to practice for that kind of thing. I mean,
hey, and that's cool. That's how you keep from being injured too. So that's like just a good idea for everyone, really.
Well, but she's
DDP yoga saved my career.
What?
DDP yoga saved my career.
Oh, mine too. Actually, ever since you hooked me up with DDP yoga, it's been actually, my back has been 10 million times better.
Yes.
I need to start doing it again, man.
Some of the moves I have to be careful with, but
the Road Warrior pose.
What a rush!
I don't do the Sid rope jumps anymore either.
Oh,
those are bad for you.
Yeah.
He snapped his leg. For those of you who don't get it, who never had the pleasure of watching WCW.
For those of you who
if they don't get it, they shouldn't be listening to us, Byron. You don't have to force feed it to them, man. If they don't get it, they shouldn't listen to us.
You know who I wish listened to us was Sid. Maybe, but I don't know if Sid was that one thumbs down we have right now. I'd be pretty sad that Sid didn't like us because I respect his opinions. Except
we didn't swear enough at the beginning of the show for Sid.
If we could find out who thumbs down us,
I really feel like, you know, his stabbing Arn Anderson policy is a little off, but his other policies are okay, like his fist bumping bros. You know?
He's the ruler of the squirrels.
Let's talk about the end of this match. So,
yeah,
Drago was close to winning, and then Zippers runs in and disrupts the whole thing.
He can't hold. Do you think he'd figure a thing out for a Zipper?
They gotta just like safety pin that thing. Like we saw some of his matches before. Like I think there were dark matches where they filmed him, and maybe I don't know. I've seen that Zipper come down a lot of times. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen a lot of Steve Payne titty is what I'm saying, but great wrestler. Just
he's really good. He didn't look all that great.
He needs that button at the top like Goldust has is what he needs, and that might solve the Zipper problem. But
now they cut away from it pretty good here, but when we were there, it was just like, oh, seriously.
And I gotta say,
he catches a luchador for a move, and then he zips up, and then he catches another one for a move, and he zips up. He's like one of the best bases in the business. Like he needs
you know what? He's fucking great. He had this dark match that had Aerostar and some other people that we can't talk about in it, and it was one of the best matches I've ever seen in my fucking life. And it was a dark
Goldberg, match. But then his contract got bought out by WWE, so they had to delete his footage. It was like a total Hernandez thing.
Listen.
L. Goldberg in Lucha Underground
is a great wrestler. Fuck Matt Riddle. I had to say it. Matt Riddle, fuck you. Okay.
Riddle's talking out of school or something.
Dude, Riddle's awesome though.
Put on some goddamn shoes.
But he's awesome, but he shit on Lucha and he shit on Steve Payne. So he can go fuck himself.
I say they bring him into Lucha now. That would be perfect. He would make the best heel.
I'm jobbing to a pirate, which should be a fucking honor to anyone. Any of the wrestling pirates, I would job to. Like fucking Pirata Morgan, the shit. Fucking Jean-Pierre Lafitte, I would job to him too. I would even fucking job to Piratita Morgan if I had to.
Okay, so but what we're saying here, and the Super Friends, then they run in for the save, and Phoenix looked a step off. I don't know if he had already wrestled that day or not, but he looked a little slow when he.
I gotta say, both Super Friends were a step off because they run in for the fucking save after Drago's already getting pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they could have saved their homie a little sooner, but we got a lot of debuts here.
Here's another thing, though.
I think the moral of the story is we really like the team that Kobra Moon has here. Pindar's pretty sweet, minus the zipper. You know, she's awesome. She did great tonight, so we're all happy with her team, right?
Yeah. If we just end the show right now, I'm so happy.
Yeah, we are. Byron, what were you gonna say?
You guys, it wasn't that bad on TV for the time that we had to watch it this week.
Yeah, this week. You see, that's
it wasn't that bad in this specific instance because in the promo,
well, it wasn't that bad. We haven't gotten there yet, have we?
See him at first. Pindar looks like a goddamn like Land of the Lost, whatever puppet.
Fucking Slee Stack is what you're looking at. You're looking at Slee Stack or fucking PJ Sapo, as we call him.
Is Pindar another person we don't know?
Pindar's Steve Payne, dude. We've just been calling him
Pindar's the zipper.
Oh, Slee Stack. I get it. No, it's a reference to the thing I was referencing.
Land of the Lost?
And yeah, and then the big snake looking dude looks legit. He looks mean and mad, and then he's super tall. He looks menacing, dude, and he's coming into the ring to just he's gonna fuck people up, and it was really cool. He looked awesome, and he's coming down to the ring, and then he does the brogue kick, which is.
Are you talking about the Luchasaurus?
Yeah, Luchasaurus, and he's hitting them with the brogue kicks, which is great for the show because they add the sound effect in post, and then you cut it in a certain way with an edit and a certain camera angle, and you can make even the biggest miss of those kicks look good.
So you're digging Vibrator the Luchasaurus?
I'm saying his presentation was really good, and then he does chokeslam and
we do have to say his name isn't Luchasaurus. His name is Vibrador, which is Spanish for vibrator. And
but he came off pretty good. But the thing is, he was doing that double chokeslam, and he knew how to grab someone for a chokeslam with the right hand.
Yeah.
But then the other one, he just was confused, and was it Aerostar or whoever, or Phoenix, had to actually just walk neck first into his hand.
So you're saying the Undersnaker didn't watch enough tape on the Undertaker?
I'm saying he was like 3/4 of the way there for a double chokeslam. He needed a little bit of help.
All I'm saying is I've seen this guy wrestle before he was in the WWE system and after, and I'm starting to think Bill DeMott was right because no improvement.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, this is just a run-in debut. We'll have to give it some time and some space and see how it shakes out. I will blow the cover. This is Austin Madelson. If you guys don't know, I loved this dude on Big Brother. He was one of my favorites. He
was one of the whistleblowers that got Bill DeMott fired.
Yeah. By the way,
that's one of the other claims to fame. But he dated one of the twins on Big Brother also, which was and it was a really good season of Big Brother, and I thought he was the high point of it.
No, he was dope on Big Brother, and I was like, holy shit, I've seen that guy wrestle before because he wrestled in fucking Newhall over here. This group called Dungeon Pro Wrestling that the main event was Cage when he was small. Versus the Hawaiian Lion, and this guy won a battle royal in the beginning. Okay, this is your Luchasaurus story for me. He came in and he had a gimmick that he basically had Jeff Hardy face paint and like an Edge jacket on, and so he gets the Edge jacket and he throws it down at ringside and he wrestles his match. This is the first match.
He still has that jacket on.
He never picked up the jacket from ringside, and no one else did. So the whole rest of the show, all the other wrestlers are tripping over his fucking jacket for the rest of the show. And then one of the wrestlers looked at me because they thought it was my fucking jacket, and they got mad at me. And I'm like, it's not my fucking jacket. It's bootleg Jeff Hardy's.
That's a prop.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
What I'm saying is, if you're gonna have a jacket, fold it up neatly, put it in the corner, or get a ring boy, get a fucking Kohai to
get a young dragoon to pick it up.
Byron,
I think a young dragon is called a wyvern.
It's just,
what is this? I don't know if you can see that or not. Am I supposed to open this on camera? That says it's from Byron to me. And he sent it from, I shouldn't show your address, should I? Oh, you're not even there anymore anyway, are you?
Sure, no, I'm not. Not here right now.
I don't care. If somebody sends you...
did he give you the summer sausage? Is this a Hickory Farm?
Opening this. Why do I just got delivered mail that came from Byron.
Supposed to have one of the something too.
Is there like...
That's gaff tape.
It is. It's the good stuff too, dude. I'm like totally outing you here. I'm wasting production supplies. Your boss is gonna take this out of your paycheck, man. What is this? Is this a chamois?
Casey, I wish that you checked your mail today. That would have been cool.
Oh shit! It's Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, brother.
Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah is Christmas Eve or something.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, it is, huh? What is it?
What is this? I'm unwrapping this right now on live. Whatever.
Dude, is it a?
And I have no idea what this is.
Is it a Triple M show dreidel?
That would be awesome.
It's a T-shirt.
It's a wad of toilet paper. Am I supposed to?
Yeah, there's a tree inside of there for you, Justin.
Am I supposed to swallow this whole? Can I put some Vaseline on this before I smuggle it into the country? What is this? You've been hanging out in Miami too much.
Oh yeah.
I'm nowhere near.
Mario Cueto's gonna fucking love you, man.
Oh man, I am coming to the temple with a stash. Me and Dario are gonna be in the back.
To be like, I now love you, Justin, more than I love the Marty Jannetty.
It's
using that drink rail in the bathroom, as J-Man calls it.
It's the Johnny Depp movie called Cocaine.
Dear Lord, what? And yet there's another nugget in here to keister. What? Is this a gag, dude?
You'll get there eventually.
Put on? And you spent the time to mail whatever this is? I'm so baffled.
I had my social producer mail it.
Oh, make somebody else do it. That's why. This is wrapped like an up-jumped PA wrapped it.
No, I.
Oh, you did it. Yeah. Like I said, this is wrapped like an up-jumped PA wrapped it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even get into this thing, Byron. I hope it's not too valuable because I'm going to have to like...
I'll send you a picture of it.
You might have to because I'm never getting this open.
Don't you have scissors or something?
No,
Hey,
I
Justin,
don't come to a podcast with man tools. My Leatherman's in a different room.
I can actually tell you what it is, Justin. It's from the small size of that. It's Byron's clone-a-willy of him fully erect.
It gets smaller every time you unwrap it.
Yeah.
He's always
it's funny because I saw this exact skit on an episode of You Can't Do That on Television I was watching this weekend with a candy bar that Alistair was opening.
Am I going to get slimed?
Yes.
Oh
my God. How do I get this open? Dear Lord. What is inside
I just gotta
this?
say to the YouTube viewers, like all three of you, You Can't Do That on Television is on YouTube, and I'm actually disappointed that you're watching us instead of that.
Oh my God.
Something exploded.
What? Oh my God. Where did this come from?
LeBron gave me that, so I thought you might want it.
And how did you get a hold of this? It weighs 1,000,000 pounds.
I beat LeBron in a game of golf. And so that he didn't have cash on him, so that's
Dear
what he
Lord, you know I'm going to have to wear that all the time. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me adjust the light there. That is a Cavs championship ring right there.
All the diamonds are real. Just take my word for it.
Oh, I'm sure of it. You know, they were giving these things out to everyone pretty much who lived in Cleveland. And so now I have one.
Ooh, Byron, did you send me one to do horrible things with?
I sent you a Cleveland ring. Casey.
You might could fit in there, and that's not too big for you, Case.
Casey would have to still like stuff some newspaper in it.
Wow.
Is it your size?
Crap.
He's trying it on right now. That's why you can't see his hands.
Yeah!
Oh, shit. Okay, legit, if I got one of those...
This is going to be so much fun to punch Byron with. I'm so happy I opened this on air. So yeah, for you people who are listening to the podcast later, this weighs 5 pounds, I think, and this is a Cavs championship ring, and it is, I mean, dude, this is solid. When I hit somebody in the face with this, it's gonna seriously make them bleed.
Dude, if you legit sent me one of those, I'm gonna wear it to work and see if anyone even says anything.
I think you got the Dre this year, bro.
You didn't earn it, Casey.
What's up, Byron?
Well, you didn't earn it. You're not from Cleveland.
This one. That's amazing. Charlie's gonna shit himself when he sees this too. He's gonna laugh his ass off.
Nice.
He was actually at one of the games. All right. So what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about Big Snake. We were talking about Lorenzo Lamas' Snake Eater. What were we talking about?
Yeah. The dude
Lorenzo Lamas.
So his presentation in his introduction has been, I think, pretty good based from the TV standpoint. But the thing is, everyone when he showed up knew who he was. They knew he sucked before he walked to the ring and forgot how to chokeslam someone. And then he continues to suck. So that way, basically he looks stupid in real life without all the buildup, and he sucks. So they call him Luchasaurus.
Look, I don't know how, but dude, that Luchasaurus thing caught on really fast, and I don't think half those people knew who it was at all. I really don't. I just think like the Luchasaurus thing had been circulating around the internet, and everybody had already watched that Luchasaurus thing, and then the guy comes out in a giant snake thing. It was just such a natural fit, and I don't know who started the chant, but we certainly picked it up and ran with it. You know,
I blame Jimmy. I think it was his fault.
It might have been Jimmy or it might have been CJ De Niro or one of those guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was one of us.
Just like blaming Jimmy.
And I certainly didn't fight. Jimmy started a couple of chants that night.
Serpent Society. We had a Serpent Society chant that I don't think made it on TV. And which was a reference to some very shitty Marvel Comics villains that are fucking great.
Oh, Jimmy's making a Marvel reference. What a surprise.
Why would he
Yeah.
ever do something like that?
Hey, he knows what comic company is best, and you know, best but not Archie, second best. Just kidding, Jim.
Anyway, look, it was what it was. And again, I'm a fan of Austin's. I liked him on Big Brother. I hadn't seen him wrestle a whole bunch, but I've gone back and watched some of it now. And all I'm going to say is, like everything with Lucha Underground, I believe that the writing team is phenomenal and that they can work with almost anything.
Yeah, he looks great on TV. He looked horrible.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Tom McGee probably watched this and was really happy.
All right.
I wonder if the more we see,
like when you get that reference, you'll be like, "Oh shit."
I wonder if like the more we see this dude wrestle, it's gonna be like a face turn for Bill DeMott. Everyone's gonna wish they're like.
No, I mean, I never got why people hated on him so much about that whole deal in the first place. I mean, I thought he was very straightforward about it. Like, look, people hate me, some like me. He even says that he parted with the company on relatively good terms.
Yeah,
I mean, like, look, Bill and H really turned.
I remember
NXT into
Hugh
what
Morris
it is.
being Byron's favorite wrestler in high school.
No, he wasn't.
And I think every day that Bill watches WWE, he's probably still proud of the contribution that he left, regardless of what or who got him ousted. And I'm sure that Madelson had some not kind things to say about Bill.
It's funny.
I think a lot of guys did.
Because
like, if I found out that Dolph Ziggler's brother didn't like me, I wouldn't feel bad about it.
You know what's funny is, Bill DeMott getting fired. We heard that one side of the story, and then I went to this event, and Max Landis was there, and like I started talking wrestling with him, and he high-fived me about Bill DeMott getting fired. And now I kind of want to take that high five back. Not a slight to Max Landis, who I think is a wonderful human being, but I'm just rethinking things. I'm rethinking a lot of things, not because of this week. See, that's the thing. We can't shit too much because it's like we're letting the turd just slightly out of our butts. We can't completely shit.
Well, like I said, I'll leave it open to see what they do with it. Like even in regards to what we've seen live that we may have liked and or disliked, there's still time, in editing and selection of stories and footage to make something work and finesse it in post. And these guys have proven time and time again, like, I still think that your impression of Sexy Star, based on what you actually see on TV, isn't the same. Like, if you had just watched the TV show, I don't think there's any way that you could shit on Sexy Star completely. If you just watched the TV show.
And never watched AAA.
She still has run the ropes.
That's what I'm saying. But there's a lot. I would say 75% of the Lucha Underground viewers have never seen AAA.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I've never seen Sexy Star in anything other than the televised program.
I'd say it's more like 90%, judging from Twitter lately, right. But yeah.
And but you have to understand, they have no reason to dissent from the product that is being offered them. I mean, it's not like WWE where they constantly expose themselves for crap. I mean, come on, even this week they showed replays of all the great stuff that Charlotte and Sasha have done, and they showed the blown table spot from Hell in a Cell, like in a highlights package. Like, how fucking stupid. Well, guess what? That's the highlight they had for the finish, was the blown table spot right into the roll-up.
And
that's your highlight from Hell in a Cell, the big first women's Hell in a Cell match. Way to go, WWE.
I actually have an insider reason that happened. Charlotte actually went to Kevin Dunn and is like, dude, this shot makes my hands look so small. Can we include it? And he's like, okay, well, we're going to include it. And yeah, that was a visual Kevin Dunn that, the YouTube people appreciate because I did the buck teeth thing. But, the listeners are just going to have to imagine that.
Anyway, I guess I'll get off of Luchasaurus. I'll get off of Sexy Star. And I'm going to keep calling him Luchasaurus until...
Luchasaurus.
Dude, okay,
Until
let's put it this way. He's calling himself Luchasaurus on his Twitter profile. I don't feel like we should be given the assist.
He's botching.
I hope they feel like it's a good joke. Like, I hope DJ and those guys aren't mad that we're calling him Luchasaurus. I hope that he's
if they're mad that we're calling him Vibrador. I'd rather call him that, like, this whole time. Vibrador.
I just call him Vibrator the Luchasaurus.
Yeah. Well, speaking of botches, we should get to the Son of Havoc match.
Yeah, we're there now. We're there. PJ Black, Jack Evans, Son of Havoc, Angelico.
Oh, Angelico's
You
awesome.
want to just go right to the superplex off the top rope, where Jack, after it, looks over at the chair and says, "Nice catch, chair," because that's who caught him, a freaking chair.
I was scared for Jack Evans's well-being because he didn't. Okay, I didn't see
get up
the match
fast at all. I mean, we were there. We were right next to him.
Remember how the way he sold that was by getting on his knees and running on his knees backstage like a cartoon character and disappearing for a while. Yeah. And we're just like, what the fuck did we... No. Dude, Jack, don't die.
And I'm pretty sure they had to cut the commentary together, too, because I don't believe that Vampiro was anywhere near his seat or position after that. I'm pretty sure he ran all the way around on the back side of the ring to where we were to check to see if Jack was alive, and then started yelling at the medics.
We wanted to do the same thing as fans.
Yeah, like, it was not cool. Like, we were like, stop the match. This thing is over. Jack Evans is dead.
And I've seen Jack Evans do some fucked up shit and get pretty fucked up. And this was...
But see, this also proves something to us, too, that the whole thing was not a work because they didn't use any of that part on TV.
No.
Any of him scurrying off, going out and coming back. So... You know, because for a minute after he came back and finished the match, we were thinking, oh, well, maybe the whole thing was just a work. Maybe he just worked the hell out of us.
Yeah, but then when you're thinking about it, you're like, then he would have needed somewhere to land that wouldn't kill him.
Right. Like, it was just not right. I mean, but honestly, it's almost his fault a little bit. I mean, that superplex was not lined up well in the first place.
No, but...
What was he trying to do with that?
He was trying to get caught and not die.
Yeah, I mean,
catch him.
And then everyone caught Angelico, and he just goes splat.
Yeah, Angelico, that's the problem. Angelico's too damn tall.
That's exactly what it is.
Both guys caught Angelico. Well,
what?
Both guys caught Angelico.
Yeah, because when Angelico goes back, I mean, he's laid out so long, and Jack just goes all the way over him.
But honestly, if they didn't catch Angelico, if they were going to catch one guy, they saved his life.
Well, yeah, Angelico is fragile, man. He is fragile. Like, every time he did a move in this match and he came up and he was, selling the arm or whatever, I thought he was actually broken. That's the best part about watching Angelico wrestle now, is every time he takes a bump and sells it even a little bit, I'm going to think he's legit hurt. Like, I'm going to think they're going to stretcher him out every single time now, which is great. It adds to the whole thing.
We're not talking Samuel L. Jackson from Unbreakable.
He is. He's made out of glass. Angelico is made out of glass.
God damn it.
Blown glass.
God damn it. I'm sure he gets blown a lot. He's a good-looking dude, but
he's blown glass.
Okay, that works. But man,
the girls love him when he comes out with that baseball cap, and it's all like, and it's got his logo, but it's got the Lucha logo. Man,
how come
there were girls passing out during his ring entrance for this match?
Dude, all I know is that I was too busy cheering for Jack Evans, and by cheering, I mean booing, because that's what he would want.
Yeah.
He doesn't let you cheer for him.
No, but you know what? Angelico lets you cheer for him. He's a good dude. Son of Havoc, take him or leave him. Maybe he should have gave the superplex, and then everything would have lined up okay, because he's tiny.
Hey, what happened with that Doomsday Device spot? I was watching it, and like something happened, and then Son of Havoc's running around, and they're like, hey, they missed him. But I don't know if that's what I saw.
I mean, a lot of that match got edited down. Like, I didn't quite understand some of it on TV either. And live, it was bedlam.
And I don't like Byron leaning forward like that because the light from his monitor makes him look like Paul Bearer.
It's better than last week when he looked all jaundicey.
I wore a mask last week, you son of a bitch.
You're not now?
You already said that.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Those
Rock.
are parts of his real face. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this. We have to talk about the teabagging.
Yes, we do.
There's a teabag reversal
Mm-hmm.
that Jack called out on national television that I just got teabagged.
Fucking
He,
right.
He teabagged me, I think is what he said.
Yep.
I thought
Yep.
he said he debagged me at first, but he said he teabagged me.
You know, this is now a thing that we have to worry about happening in the temple. So you fucking have to worry about Matanza smashing your head in. You got to fucking worry about Mil Muertes just fucking plowing into you. You got to, or spitting blood on you. You have to worry about Phoenix just fucking bleeding on you. And now you got to worry about getting teabagged.
I think all of those things, except for the last one, have happened to me in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I'm looking forward to the last one either.
Nah, but it depends. What if it was a beautiful man like Angelico doing it to you? Would you be okay with that?
Do I get to keep the hat?
I don't know. There's like only one hat. I don't
His
know.
pose is like this, right?
You had to go to Lids to get that hat.
No, dude, that hat is custom. Like he has a custom dude do all his shoes, his tights, his hats, everything.
Yeah, dude. Okay, what if it was AR Fox and he had his balls wrapped in barbed wire? It would be
That's pretty novel. I mean, if you're gonna go for it, you might as well have it be a novel thing.
I think that I hope he doesn't listen to the show because he's gonna get ideas now. Fucked up things with barbed wire. He
Dude,
does.
that son bitch
He
is
gets horrible
crazy too.
spots all the time. Like he'll do something like that.
Like these are jokes, people. These are straight up jokes. Please don't try this at home.
Yeah, we don't need anyone working the CNBT into their wrestling routine.
I don't know, man. There's going to be some stuff coming up. Anyway, so PJ gets the win. He is added to Cage, Tejano, and
The Mac.
wait, who? And
The
Jeremiah.
Willie. Mac.
He's in the other match.
No, it's Cage.
Oh.
It's Cage, Tejano, Jeremiah, and
On the match.
PJ now. Right?
I'm confused.
That have won Battle of the Bulls.
Okay, you know what, Justin? This is where I got to shoot a little bit. This is where I got to be a dick to the show that I love. When you give out so many fucking unique opportunities at the same time, they're not unique.
Yes, I guess that's true. Hold on, I think I have it in my notes. Let me look.
Cage and Tejano are fighting over their unique opportunity.
But they're also in the Battle of the Bulls tournament.
Why do you need two unique opportunities?
Cage and Tejano were in the same match.
Yeah, why?
So it's Cage,
So Cage won,
Willie Mack,
right?
Cage, Mack, Jeremiah, and oh shit! Just tune in next week and see what four motherfuckers they put in the ring to fight each other.
Yeah, it might be Byron for all we fucking know.
Anyway, so
Better not lose, Byron.
here's the tough question for
win.
you. Here's a tough question for you. Let's do the last segment. Daj versus Ray in a verbal battle of wits, where Ray trying to teach the young blood something, and Daj wants to go out and find his destiny on his own. And Ray is looking at him like, "You dumb son of a bitch! I've been doing this for so long. You don't need to find shit. You need to slow your roll and not be a dumbass."
You know what? If I'm gonna not question anyone in the temple, first it would be Pentagon Jr. because everything he does is right and absolute. Based Pentagon Jr. But I'm sorry, based Pentagon Dark. But nice. All I'm saying is that he can do no wrong. But the second person I'm never gonna doubt is Rey Mysterio, the guy that's been wrestling my whole fucking life, probably.
And well, not like some guy who worked up because he was awful and spent his time getting good. Like, dude was good day one.
And it's like, how old is Dragon Azteca Jr.? Come on, he was probably like born when Ray was starting out.
Yeah, how old is Ray Horace? Like 24? 25?
That would kind of make sense, though, no? Because Ray's almost been wrestling for 30 years. And,
God,
like, I think
really
he's
has.
29 years. So, and I don't think he's 29.
Well, look, the simple fact of the matter is I love the segment because it's just downright funny. It's setting up Dragon Azteca Jr. as the helpless, hapless babyface. When I've always kind of liked that, like the babyface who's just too stupid to do anything the smart way and is just going to walk headlong into the fray and get his ass handed to him because it's a good reason for a babyface to lose. And
he's fucking stink.
And the fact that, you know, Ray is there too, like I imagine that this is going to set up a good, you know, keep the feud going with Ray and Matanza. It's going to set it up the right way so that whenever they have their blow off, it'll make complete sense and should be a barn burner, which I think it will be, as strange as that is to have a monster against a little guy. But Ray has fought a lot of monsters and turned them into great, great matches. And this is a very athletic monster. So I'm expecting an awesome blow off for this. And I like the fact that they're working the feud backstage. Ray doesn't need to show up at the temple every week, and because Ray takes too much of the shine off of other people when he shows up. So having him in a lot of backstage segments to keep the program going is perfect to me.
And plus, then we'll get to talk about something we really want to talk about. So I can't wait for that match.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Also, so what did you guys, and this is a tough one, and I really want a real answer this week. Scale of 10, what do you give this episode of Lucha Underground? We're past all these big matches now. We've gotten past Aztec Warfare. We're back into the regular flow of things on Lucha Underground. Where does it sit on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you guys think?
I give it a solid 3 out of 10 because.
But even with that first match,
2 Sexy Star segments, 0 Pentagon segments, 3 out of 10, and that's being generous.
Hey,
and
well,
one of my favorite.
We know what you like. I mean, and this is a subjective scale. This is not based on any kind of fact. This is based on purely what you like and what you want to see.
Let me tell you, Justin. No Pentagon is -5 points automatically. This is in the rule book.
Yeah, but you said Dante is up there as like one of your new number 2s. I mean, he
didn't win. He didn't win.
Oh, true. Right.
And fucking okay. Then we had fucking 2 Sexy Star segments, so -1 point each, and then fucking Big Snake, dude. 2. I revised 2 out of 10.
All right, Byron, what do you say? You were not at this taping, so you're not influenced by anything that may have gone on live. Well, how did you feel about this episode?
8.
8.
I thought it was really good. I thought some of the matches really delivered, and it had cool vignettes. I don't really knock the episode that Sexy Star is a former champion who's afraid of spiders and has to pick fights like she's a teenager. But
hey, Byron, how much did you like how they used Pentagon this episode?
No, Pentagon was in the entire last week episode or the week before, one of those. Yeah. And he got his arm.
Pentagon's not on the show. Everyone should be asking, where's Pentagon? It's the fucking Poochie.
But we know where he is. I mean, he's walking around like a penguin right now with 2 broken arms.
Dude, all I know is I really hope Vampiro's helping him out in the bathroom.
They did this to him mid-season last year too, with his broken back. I mean, you can't have Pentagon be in every episode.
Yeah, because
and he's too over to be in every episode, man. He's so over that he overshadows everything else sometimes.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Ray.
He overshadows winning and actually getting booked on the show. So
well, he does need a win. I'm not going to dispute that. I don't see. I'm really conflicted. Like this show to me is either like a 6 or a 9. Like that opening match. That opening match is like everything I want to see from Lucha Underground, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love that opening match. I loved the Taya directing the Worldwide Underground vignette. I love that vignette. I liked the cinematography of the Sexy Star vignette. I liked all the boxing segment stuff, but I hated Mariposa pulling her hair in the hallway. That just rubs me so the wrong way. Like that, I mean, like of things I've seen on Lucha Underground, even worse than whatever your complaints about Sexy Star in ring are. I hated that because that was something that was written. It wasn't based on her physical ability or anything. Like they had complete control over that moment. And to me, it was just a bad choice. Why have Mariposa pull Sexy Star's hair and have a hallway cat fight? I just hated it. And I understand that there's a storyline at play there. I just really feel like there should have been a different way to handle that.
It was a
So
poor choice.
that's
What
tough
if
for me.
they?
But
What
dude,
if they shot all those? What if they
Killshot,
shot all those?
Dante, and Jeremiah were on this episode, and Mariposa was phenomenal. Kobra Moon was great. Drago was great. These guys are like all my other favorites, and Jack Evans, all my other favorites on the show besides Pentagon. You know,
And Helico came back.
yeah, I could care less about Angelico, honestly. I like Angelico, but he doesn't do anything for me one way or the other. I enjoy his matches, but I
He
like
hugged
Phoenix
us after Ultimo Lucha Uno.
No, I like
nice
Phoenix
guy.
more. I like Johnny Mundo more. I like Dante Killshot. I like a lot of these guys more than Angelico. It's not that Angelico isn't great.
Say Son of Havoc. If he said Son of Havoc, I was just gonna leave this conversation.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Watch it.
That's
I
Byron
like Havoc's
Sting.
character, but you know, and I like Matt when he's. I like Matt more. I think outside of Lucha Underground.
What is his
I don't know.
character other than Buffalo Buffalo Bob that eats bagel bites?
I don't know. I like him on Lucha Underground. It's just I don't like some of the things he's been doing. He was great in the trios title run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he kind of
yeah,
needs he needs some partners that can not be hurt.
Yeah.
They're team glass except for him.
Oh,
But,
interesting.
you know,
well, his partners.
That's not exactly making him work faster or harder. Sorry.
So
go
what you're
ahead, Case.
saying, Justin, is that he orchestrated these injuries so that he could have a singles career.
You just want to believe that. You just want to have a reason to hate on the dude. I don't hate on him. I just, you know,
I have reasons.
I think he's in line for a stronger run in season 5.
He'll probably
That's
be
2 seasons
champion
away,
in
by the way.
season- Wasn't I saying he'd be champion in season 5? Yeah.
Yes, he might. He might get a run there. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I'm really torn about this episode. Again, a lot of my favorite people. Big, huge props to Thunder Rosa and to Cheerleader Melissa. They
Fuck
killed
yeah,
it to
dude.
me.
Yeah.
And
to me, Cheerleader Melissa was the highlight of the show because I hadn't seen her perform at this level on the show before.
I don't know who you guys
still
are
think that
talking
Dante.
about.
I still think Dante was the highlight of the show to me. But
Her name's Mariposa, you guys. Jesus Christ.
Mariposa.
Sorry,
No, like, but it's no. Dante was awesome too, but it's like I was glad to see their match and they delivered. But I hadn't seen Mariposa perform at their level, and she was keeping up, and it made the match all the better.
look, I hope everybody in the back noticed how good Kobra Moon was too, and that now that she has a stable, they don't like sideline her or do what they did with Taya for a while and just make her a valet. That's the kind of stuff I don't want to see, man. I don't want to see hair pulling. I don't want to see these women who they brought in who are awesome wrestlers as valets. Let them get the time in the ring. Let them keep getting better. Let them keep working with other awesome, great performers. And overnight, you will see the best women's roster in the business over the WWE girls who just have to work with each other. And it's like, you know, shit sharpening iron isn't going to work. Iron sharpens iron. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Put these girls in there with the best. Let them work with great talent, and they too will be great. Female wrestlers aren't getting enough time with other great quality wrestlers to bring themselves up. Like Charlotte and Sasha are teaching each other, but they need other people in the mix. Like, it's one thing for agents in the back to be showing them a thing or two, but if they could go out and work, like, good Lord, put Sasha in the cruiserweight division. Let her go work with Brian Kendrick. I bet she'd come out 10 times better in 2 weeks.
She should work with TJP, but she overmatched him physically.
Rich Swann, come on.
Well, yeah, she's all like, if I was in a bar and Sasha Banks was mad at me and TJP was mad at me and one of them wanted to fight, I'd be more afraid of Sasha Banks too.
Did either of you guys watch Raw this week?
No.
To see this burial of Sami Zayn? Oh my God! They ran this angle. I got to tell you, this angle is crazy. They ran this angle where Sammy is begging Mick Foley to fight Braun Strowman, and Foley's telling him like, "No, you don't want that fight. That fight's way too much for you." So, and they keep going back and forth, and then eventually Sammy is just like, "Dude, if you won't give me the fight with Braun Strowman, then I want to be traded to SmackDown." And Mick's like, "Okay, I'll make a call. I'll call D-Bry right now. Fuck you, go." And they play it out all the way to the point where Mick Foley comes to the ring and he says, "Okay, I talked to D-Bry. We got it all worked out. We're going to trade you to SmackDown since that's what you want."
Oh no, I heard about this.
Right. So, and then the swerve on it is then Foley says, "Yeah, don't you want to know who we're trading you for? We're trading you for Eva Marie." And then it's like the total devaluing of Sami Zayn. And then, of course, it swings back and Foley's like, "There never was a trade. There never was a contract. I just wanted to see you get super angry and prove that you wanted to fight Braun Strowman, because you got to go into it with a certain attitude or whatever." But the whole angle, the whole time, is just devaluing Sami Zayn. And the crowd popped when he said he was going to SmackDown. They weren't mad about it. Like, the whole thing backfired, in my opinion. They were just like, everyone was like, "Yeah, put him on SmackDown because he should be like in the mix at the top."
Fucking AJ Styles and Braun Strowman.
Because nobody cares about him wrestling Braun Strowman. And honestly, Eva Marie coming to Raw would have been great. They need some more women over there. Like, the whole angle was just a giant backfire. It was hilarious to me.
Dude, like El Generico was like one of I'm breaking case all over the place. El Generico was one of my favorite wrestlers. I am sad for Sami Zayn and have been for quite some time, and he's one of the major reasons why I do not watch Raw right now because I just get fucking pissed off.
Oh, dude. I mean, God bless him for getting some camera time, and his mic skills and acting are improving all the time, but the storyline is such garbage. It's so bad. He needs Finn Balor to come back worse than anyone.
He needs to just
That's what Sammy needs.
Come back with the fucking Generico mask, which they will never do, I know, but still.
No, he already wore it in NXT.
I don't know. It's just a cluster over there, and then you got Enzo Amore getting beat down, trying to have sex with Rusev's wife, and New Day. Oh, New Day is now beaten Demolition, Casey, as the longest reigning tag champs ever. They won.
Well, you know what?
New Day pretty much went over on half the roster this week.
Hey, New Day
Go ahead.
fucking never sued Vince, so that's why. Sued Vince. There you go. Fuck your record, guys. Sorry.
Dude, but Demolition, man, I was really, really hoping that they would take the titles off of them the day before and put them on Jericho. That would have been the way to go to me.
Wait, is Jericho a thing again?
They're on again, off again. Now they're doing the bitter lovers thing, but that would have been the perfect time to put the tag straps on them and screw over New Day. And they would have been 1 day short of the record for being the champions. Would have been awesome.
I like Demolition, but I was always a Road Warriors guy.
Oh, me too, but that was the funny part about Demolition holding it for so long. It's like, yeah, we're the longest rating tag champs with a stolen gimmick.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid and Demolition were the tag champions, and the news showed like all this footage from like a gay rights parade, and the dudes were dressed exactly like Demolition, like with the ring with the straps. And I'm like, oh shit, that's where Demolition gets their clothes.
Oh, that's awful. Hey man, there was a lot of tough dudes at the Village People. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that
around with construction
fuck somebody up. Yeah, and the Native American guy,
All right, Byron, you look like you need to go to bed. The people listening at home need to get out of here and go do something productive with their lives.
Star Wars.
Hey.
Happy Hanukkah.
Angry, 10%.
Go see Star Wars. I'm going to go watch the 100. But yeah, happy Hanukkah. Don't forget, pick up a new MMM Show shirt. Use the code SMANGRY, SMANGRY. Promo code SPANGRY. They're only available until December 25th. and then they will not ever be available again. And Byron, I hope you find your black ones, because I was planning on never running this shirt again. So if you don't find them, I don't know what we're going to do. You might have to steal the shirt that we got for DJ.
Yeah, and Byron, I hope you get the one I got. It's in the striper colors.
I got to see 2 of these shirts side by side, because I only ordered one. I only got myself 1 shirt.
Oh, shit.
So I want to see if mine is really different from all these other ones, or if you guys
It looks
just
different in the
I
video.
need to look at the ones my family ordered too, because I could mix and match probably too.
Your family ordered
Well,
them?
Yeah.
Mine
yeah,
did.
and dude, there are several people who have gotten their shirts. Jimmy, Vinny, Save the Whales. Who else got a shirt?
Oh, my
Somebody
homeboy
else who
Ramsey's.
sent me a picture, didn't they?
Oh,
Kevin
dude,
Flynn, right? He was the one who got one in Vegas, right?
yeah. Which, dude, I'm going to Vegas, and if
Super.
I see Kevin Flynn walking around, I'll give him a high five. I'll be like, "What's up?"
What about Jerry?
If you see him walking around in an MMM show shirt, pay him $20 for me, and I'll get you back.
He'll be like, "I don't know who you are.
That's a promise.
Your Twitter icon is Bionic Lester from Skate or Die." That's staying, because that's just too good of a profile pic. Bionic Lester is staying. It's Bionic Casey from now on.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where you stopped, Bionic Case.
I would rather look
That's
at
the end.
Bionic
Well, I'm going-
Lester's face than my own.
I'm going back to the Outlaw LA Red, because I realized that so many people only know me by the name Outlaw. They don't even know my real name. I know it's sad, but dude, especially in Florida, there's not a soul in Florida that knows me as anything other than Outlaw, Byron.
No one here that I've talked to knows who you are.
It's because you
I
said
talk
my real
about the
name.
Outlaws.
No, it's that. Oh, now I know why. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you have to tell them Outlaw. And then they'll be like, oh,
No.
that dude.
And whenever I ask someone in Florida about the Outlaw, they say, who's the Outlaw? And I say, oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call
you didn't
somebody.
know?
Oh. WWE
it's
Mark.
terrible.
Ah,
All right,
I
boys,
fucking
let's get
love
out
that
of
dog,
here.
man.
Let's be done with this thing. It's been awesome. We may get a show together in the next couple or 3 weeks. We may not. I don't know. We've still got a few crazy things going on.
been
We
gone
never
at least
had
2 weeks, probably, but shit.
we never had Matt Wallace on. We never got around to having Roach on. There's a few people that we really would love to get on the show. Our schedules have just been so horrible. But we will keep trying, folks, to get some more cool interviews for you. We couldn't even get our own cast on the show the last couple of weeks. Come on, man. It's just hard. We have real lives and stuff. So
If,
we
any of
promise
our
to try our best to
our bros
entertain,
was
but
sick.
yeah.
It was better when
What's
Casey-
that case?
If any of our listeners are bros with Sid, we'd really like them to join us. And
yeah, honestly,
Roach-
if anybody knows a worker that would like to be on the show, get in touch with us. There are actually quite a few that want to be on the show and have, graciously said that they would come on the show. And then every time I go to schedule them, it's like they're working, or we're not doing it when we think we're going to do it, or we don't know until too late when we're going to do the show. So you have to forgive us, guys. We'll try to get some more guests on, but we're not as good at scheduling time in our lives as J-Man and Urban once were.
Except for Alberto, we're doing that to you on purpose, El Patron.
And
Hey,
I got to
someone-
send an apology out to
get Paige on the show so Casey can talk to her.
Hey, let Justin apologize. Shh.
no, it's fine. We'll get Paige on the show for Casey to harass her like a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hero turtle touched me funny, Poppy.
I'm sending out an apology to Razor Cabron, who will probably never hear this because they're doing their show right now, and I hate competing against the homies.
Dude, that motherfucker probably thumbs down us.
Maybe because we're running our show at the same time as him. You were pissed when Rob and Cubs fan were doing their show, and you thought it might run into ours today.
Yeah, you know
Too
what?
many people are
just
coming in hot on
general.
Thursday.
They go to all these good shows and shit. I'm already angry at them.
We took a bunch of shit for not doing our show yesterday. I mean, and we're probably off of DJ's list because we didn't do our show immediately after, Twitwell was raving about how they were the most prompt show. But dude, last week we beat them. We did our show in between the East Coast and West Coast feed. We did that twice. The EV Dub show was between the East Coast and West Coast feed too.
All I'm saying is I don't know who Twitwow is, and I barely know who DJ is because he doesn't do the show when I'm on it.
Oh, he won't do the show when you're here. There's no way.
He wanted to. I just couldn't make that show. God damn it. I feel bad. Like, I really hope that
Do
when
you
Rose
really think that he wanted to hear you mouth off about Sexy Star and have to defend it to you? I don't think so. I mean, I think the honest reality is he saw Mayhem in the title and he thought it was Mad Mike's show or whatever, and he came on the wrong show.
All I know is that we got more FaceTime than whoever that guy is on the marathon.
Yeah.
Because not only were we sending in videos, we were fucking ringside, bro. Boom.
That's true. He's got some decent stuff though. I don't totally hate on his show, but Razor's the homie. Razor has the best voice in Lucha podcast, by the way.
I've never heard it once.
You got to listen to him one time because he's got this cool gravelly New York thing going on that kicks the crap out. Like I wish I had his voice.
No, Razor Cabron sounds like the Sandman.
It's amazing. It's just it's honestly amazing. He's got the best voice in podcasting, hands down. Sorry, J-Man. It's not you, brother. You're close. Urban's got the best taglines.
J-Man. Hey, the Heels have an awesome video. You should go watch it on the Twitters.
Yeah, except for the fact that some dick directed it. I think it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I heard the director was a fucking douchebag.
But Urban saved it in the edit, so it's all good.
Yeah, I heard he was all creepy with them, like Bryan Singer and shit.
Ooh, like backstage creepy.
Industry kid.
I heard he cast and couched them both before, thoroughly.
Surprise me.
Yeah, he's like, we got to check your body everywhere for moles to make sure that your camera's safe and camera ready.
All right, let's get out of here. Byron's passing out anyway, so thanks for the ring. Thanks for stopping by and listening.
Stay in the mix.
Until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.